You're in for a promotion. Right. Oh God, Chapman! Help me, boss!
I'm sorry, it's smaller than everyone else's. I can't help that.
Look. Oh dear. Well, I was about to say you can please a woman with 3 inches. It doesn't matter if it's Visa or MasterCard.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Anglo Opinions stream with my co-hosts Tharium and Aubrey.
Hello,
Tharium.
Hello
and
there.
hello, Aubrey.
Hello.
And we've got a very special guest, Moch, who has something she'd like to bring up and shill her Substack. Hello, Moch.
Hello. Yes, I'm here to talk about women. The show is being long-housed. I don't know why you've allowed this to happen by inviting me
I'm
on.
very sorry. I'm very sorry, everyone. I don't know how we got 2 women on at the same time. It's probably going to be a load of talk about feelings and makeup. We're very sorry. We'll try to make sure this never happens again.
Yes.
Well, don't worry. I'll put loads of rally footage up.
Rally cars.
Subaru Impreza.
That is not how I speak, and you
Best
know it.
car ever to be made.
Yeah, it's much worse. It's much worse.
Yeah, it's like you're.
I wasn't even trying to do your. Yeah, even though I do suck at.
Subaru Impreza.
It was just wow. Therium.
Oh dear me.
Right.
Oh, and show. Well, now we've done this beautiful intro into the show that kind of says how professional we are. Should we get into the news?
Right, into the news.
Yeah. So what we do is we talk about the latest, all the headlines on each other's X's. So, like, if you want to check your X, you should have today's news on your homepage, and I'll give you my 3 headlines, and we can talk about them. Then Theron can give his 3 headlines, and we can talk about them. And if Aubrey and Moch want to do the same, we can do that. And then we'll talk about Moch's subject, and Tharium has some light-hearted stuff to end the stream on.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So my 3 headlines are: Rupert Lowe launches Restore Britain as first MP. Second headline is Rupert Lowe becomes first MP for his Restore Britain party. That's kind of the same headline.
Wow.
So we've got the Judean People's Front and the People's Front of Judea. Okay.
Yeah. And my third headline is UK pushes to tougher 500 million deal with France amid Channel migrant surge.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, so let's start with the reform stuff. So that's good. Because
The Restore
this
stuff,
was Friday.
I mean.
Yeah.
Knocks out
Really
2
sorry.
of his topics.
Yeah. So
these are big topics for us.
yeah. So I mean, it's this. I mean, we went over a bit Saturday, but this is the whole thing that it's not really a party. Like, they can't use that anymore.
That's over.
Yeah.
It's over.
It also seems it went through pretty quick, considering they started a month ago. They've already been out.
Yeah,
sort of
this party
connected.
killed it fast, very fast.
I just think, I mean, I think the Restore lads, they must know what they're doing, really, to go through the Electoral Commission so quickly.
I won't lie. I was a little worried that
Mhm.
Restore denied on some bullshitty shitlib reasons.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm sure. I mean, I know Reform are planning sneaky stuff.
Yeah. I'm very sure that's going to happen.
So Mochi, what's your opinion on the Restore lot?
I'm cautiously optimistic, I think is the best way of putting it. I like a lot of what they say. Do I think that the Zoomers that are behind the party use Rupert Lowe's Twitter account like a skin suit? Yes, I do. But that doesn't mean I disagree with what they're saying.
Well, I mean, Rupert clearly, he's clearly okay with that, though.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I don't believe in my soul that Rupert Lowe knows who Asmongold is. I just don't believe that
He does. No, he does. I saw him. He was doing an interview with Sargon, and he said himself, "Oh yeah, me and my wife watched Asmongold reacting to my announcement video. We thought it was very funny."
Really?
Yeah.
Hello, JFC, by the way.
How's it going, guys?
Hey, JFC.
So there's that. So it's tricky. I mean, I've always said, like, for me, like Rupert Lowe, he clears the very low bar of not hating us, which you can't say about any other politician. That's been my bar. That's the bar. Yeah.
Yeah, this is what I say to all the reform supporters. It's like I'm just happy to have any politician that doesn't hate me.
Yeah.
Why on earth would I vote for someone who hates me?
Yeah. Speaking of, so Mochi, your friends were quite ahead of the curve on Matt Goodwin. And
oh, absolutely.
yeah. I mean, he's selling a book at the moment, of course, and about how everything's going to shit. But here's what he had to say about people who actually care.
And you know, when I was campaigning on the streets, one thing that I was thinking about, because at the time we had a bit of online hurrah about, you know, new parties being formed and all the rest of it, I was thinking how utterly absurd it would be to watch some of those people campaign in Gorton and Denton, right? Knock on the door, boom, boom, boom. Hello, where are you from? Oh, I'm from Restore. All right, what do you believe? Yeah,
you should be deported.
We believe in mass deportations. Oh, right. Oh, what else do you believe? We believe in remigration. Oh, what's that? Let me tell you something. It's completely divorced from political reality. The people who are pushing those ideas have never canvassed, have never campaigned, have never spent a serious amount of time with the British people. And you know, when I was...
I mean, what a thing to say.
Can we get up the 2021 census map for Gorton and Denton? Isn't it majority white? I might be misremembering that, but
yeah, it's 2/3 white British.
Yeah, it's like,
2/3. Yeah.
What do you mean you're gonna open the door and be like, oh, we're gonna deport you? It's like, no, I don't think that's how that works.
I mean, this is the laughable thing about it. He took the white vote for granted, said fuck them. I'm going to focus on my precious browns. What percentage of them did he get? 5%. What a fucking waste of time.
Also, the very idea of Matt Goodwin calling anyone else's campaigning efforts like ridiculous, he was basically doing an Alan Partridge impression the entire time, it's certainly something.
But like this is the thing. Like he's got his new book out, which that's getting panned because he apparently just used AI to write a load of it and make up shit with AI. So I mean, thanks, Matt. You're really hurting us now. But it's all the idea of it is, look at the demographics. They're so bad. We're going to be in real trouble. But then anyone who says, oh, maybe we should do something about it, he just mocks them. Oh, stupid basement dwelling racist.
But you're not meant to do something. You're meant to read his book about how we're hurtling off the edge of a cliff as we're hurtling towards the edge of a cliff.
Yeah. Just awful, man. And of course, like I mentioned, his excuse for why he didn't win the seat. I mean, it's mainly based around the fact that he thinks that all the Muslim women in Gorton and Denton were just gagging to beg for him, but their mean old husbands didn't let them. Just mad.
Muslim women, notorious reform voters.
Yeah. Because I view like I was willing to accept that maybe he had changed his mind, his opinions and stuff from his old Hope Not Hate days, but Restore seems to have just completely undermined that. I think he was running reform as a containment op. You know, I'll say the things, get people into reform, and then betrayal again. What a surprise! But then Restore came along and undermined his ground. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even during COVID times, that Farage was praising Blair, and we also listened to Blair. So I think he's had many meetings with Blair, And I think Blair meets with a lot of different parties other than Labour all the time.
I mean, the Tory party had a Tony Blair Institute panel at their conference. Why are you doing that?
Yeah, that's just insane.
Yeah, and
But that's British politics for you, Jeff.
Yeah.
It's like all the establishment parties have to worship at the altar of Tony Blair.
yeah. I mean, Nigel also this week.
Also talked about the rise of parties with similar views of anti-migration parties across Europe.
So, who said I'm an anti-migration party?
Well, you did yourself.
No, I didn't. I said the opposite.
Also talked.
Brilliant.
I mean, how many times has he got to tell Reform voters what he actually is?
Yeah.
Listen, as long as we're being ethnically replaced legally, it's fine, guys.
Yeah. Lovely
Yeah.
Browns, vote Reform, simple as.
As long as I wave the Union Jack, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's typing.
I think that's latest gets March.
Sorry, that's typer.
Although we did get Nigel Farage. He's finally decided to stop accepting cameo requests. Finally, like after the Guardian.
I seen the one about TND. Fuck, that's so funny.
I know. Yeah, he's fine. It's only after the Guardian told him, "Look, Nigel, you're looking really stupid in these things." All of the people from the right telling him, "What are you doing, Nigel? This is why are you just doing this, humiliating yourself for pennies." And
I guess it was all right when he wasn't politically active.
Yeah, like the cameo bit was kind of funny in 2020 when he was sort of like out of the public eye for a bit, and it was just like, oh, what's Nige up to? Like, oh, he's doing like funny little things while like we're in lockdown and he's sort of between political parties. It's like, oh, that's funny, that's quaint, but yeah,
but he's still doing
the
it.
fact that he came back after that was sort of like, oh,
like for £50, Nigel will say anything. Why are you doing that? You've got enough money, mate. But here we go. Nigel claims
after the revelations in the Guardian, are you going to continue making cameo videos?
I will decline to comment on that. I don't approve of things being published in national newspapers that have been illegally obtained.
Illegally obtained? Fuck off, Nigel.
You haven't made a decision though yet. You might still continue with cameo videos.
Things that have been illegally obtained.
Do you have any regrets about what you've said on any of the cameo videos?
This is just ludicrous. This argument is ludicrous. You know, if I have a shoe shop and I sell you a pair of shoes, and it turns out the person that bought the pair of shoes is a former convicted murderer, is that the fault of the person selling shoes?
That's not exactly what was happening, though, Nigel.
you saw the guy's shoes that had "I love murder" embroidered on the side, Nigel. That's what you did.
Well, the guy came in and asked Nigel, "Hey, Nigel, could you write 'I love murder' on the shoes? That would be great." And Big Chungus from Big Chungus. Yeah. So, but he's finally decided to stop that. Because he listens to the
Thank God it
Guardian,
died
not
before
us.
we got some 6-7 memes.
Dissident Knight in chat was right. Harry most affected.
Harrian's was in the queue to get for Nigel to sing you happy birthday, but he never got around to it. It's very sad. What do we have? We had the restore ones. What was your other one, Mercian?
The restore ones, and then the last one. I'm going to read it again. It was UK pushes together 500 million deal with France amid Channel migrant surge. So they're going to give France 500
more
million.
money.
Yeah, because that won't be wasted money at all.
No. Oh, I mean, they're not doing anything different, though, are they?
Not. I mean, to their credit, they have actually brought down immigration compared to what the Tories did. It's
Well, the-
it's a low bar, but they have.
I think the
they
amount
have
com-
tripped over that bar.
Yeah. Oh, I think the illegal crossings are similar, though, aren't they? I think they're up a bit.
Probably. Yeah. Yeah, because I don't know whether, yeah, I'd imagine that Labour have brought down legal migration, and then illegal migration is just going to be a constant, isn't it?
I know the net immigration is down, and people point to that being British people leaving. The problem is we don't really know what that means, because British people doesn't mean British people necessarily.
Yeah,
It means young people fleeing to Australia is what it means.
But I don't know, like how
it's the cope of like net zero migration. It's like, yay, net zero.
Yeah.
You know, the country's not filling up anymore, and it's like, oh, what does that actually look like? Millionaires leaving to Dubai. I mean, probably less so at the moment, but you know, leaving so that they can pay less tax, and young people leaving where they can actually get a decent wage, and then dependents coming in.
Yeah.
Like, that is the worst trade deal possibly in the history of trade deals.
Yeah.
A bit of me wants to do it myself, you know. Mercy, I'm
Then,
moving by Aubrey.
Everywhere's shit though. Everyone's got the same problems.
Yeah, we
Yes,
got
but
the same
they're
problems in
10 years
Canada
behind,
too.
and we got 10 years before they get to how bad we are.
Well, I don't think they are. We are 10 years ahead from most places.
Well, they used to say
I'll
France
give
is
you
10 years ahead of
Canada.
us.
Their immigration maxing ahead of us, but places like Australia.
I don't know. I think. I mean, there's parts in Australia, but other parts not so much. And they're super nutty with like government cracking down on people in Australia.
It's getting to the point where we ought to move to the Middle East or Africa because of the less Middle Easterns and Africans there.
Yeah, no, I literally I don't have to travel the world to see foreigners because I'm just surrounded by them here.
I think New Zealand's on track to be 50% European by like 2028, just a couple of years or something.
Do you see Sargon's video talk about the ex-prime minister that's moving to like is it Bondi Beach in Australia somewhere?
The whitest part of Australia she's going to.
Oh
Great.
yeah.
After fucking up New Zealand, eesh. Or where can I run off to now?
Yeah.
Awful.
After all the improvements you made to New Zealand, she's not even going to bother to live there anymore. My God.
No. I did see one. I once knew an American who his only sort of opinion of Jacinda Ardern was he was Californian, of course. Was just I know everyone just loves her. She's just so brilliant. Everyone in New Zealand loves her. No.
Christ. I can understand why it used to be taboo if politicians didn't have children. You know. You know, it's like, oh, you have children. Okay, so you're obviously invested in the future of this place. Whereas now you look at leaders and it's just like, oh yeah, no, they would, you know, fuck off and leave as soon as they're done making a mess, because why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Oh, much that would be an excellent segue into your topic of choice. However, we're going to carry on with this.
Damn it.
So one of my topics is that YouGov poll shows more 2024 Reform UK voters view Nigel Farage unfavourably than Rupert Lowe. YouGov poll indicates 21% of 2024 Reform UK voters have an unfavourable view of Nigel Farage compared to 13% for Rupert Lowe. The findings. So even among the old Reform voters, more of them hate Nigel Farage now than Rupert Lowe.
It's no surprise.
No. He just keeps fucking everything up, and you never know what he's like. The way he's all over the place. I mean, you hear some people that think it's like, oh, it's 5D chess, it's playing the game, but you just can't trust someone like that. Like one day he's saying, "Oh yes, we are this. oh, the Islamic prayer in Trafalgar Square, this is terrible. But like, what's he going to do about it? He's not going to do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I had a thought there which left my brain. I think I'm concussed.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I do think he could rage quit before the next election, though, which would just be very funny.
Listen, we're seeing the natural life cycle of a failing right-wing party happening here. We saw it with the Tories back in 2019, 2020, 2021. They were sort of in there like, no, please, we promise we're not racist. Vote for us. We're really nice, actually. Look at all these black leaders we have. And I mean, they're still doing that to a certain extent. But they've mostly moved past that into the, no, we are the nasty party, but mummy's going to sort everything out. They've sort of gone back to the sort of toffishness. And given the amount of Tories that have defected to reform, I'm expecting a similar life cycle to play out there.
Have you Thurman, you Jesus right Christ, have you noticed that Harrion has started bringing up the Tories more?
I saw he had a title that had the phrase "Tories were white" about it. I completely disregarded every other word in that sentence because the man has lost the right to complain about people misunderstanding the Latin in his username.
I mean, that does kind of make sense because people are thinking, and there's been sort of, well, like feelings out from like the reform lot, like Mohammed Yusuf, about how, yeah, we probably will have to do a pact with the Tories for the next election.
Yeah, I just noticed that shift, and it's sort of like,
yeah,
you have no principles at all.
Yeah, they were all Billy Big Balls for a bit because they thought, yeah, we're the best ever, and now that everything's all going downhill, oh well, maybe we could do a deal. That makes sense.
Oh my god, it's so laughable.
Yeah, we wouldn't compromise with those Tory traitors until the rating's on the wall. And actually, maybe we should compromise with those Tory traitors.
Restore policy. We don't negotiate with traitors.
Listen, man, the last coalition government brought us the absolute British takeover that was the success of One Direction. I have high hopes for this nonsense.
And they're back with the Jim will fix it stuff. I mean, why are you doing that? And I mean, maybe it is all a signal, right? He's signaling to the regime, trust me, guys, we'll let you do your stuff. We don't mind.
You see, Mark, you accuse everything of being boomer coded. This is boomer coded.
Okay, it is. No, this is APAC coded. This is CPAC coded. This is like unnecessarily extravagant post Charlie Kirk's death. Live shows coded. However, I want that hanging Union Jack light. That's cool as fuck. Everything else, not what we need at the moment, Nige. Get your visuals straight. That's a cool hanging neon, though.
I kind of described it as they're trying to do Turning Point USA, but on a £10 budget. It's just the shittest of all worlds.
Turning Point as the
yeah. And
Turning Point Greg's, it's real. It's been manifested.
Yeah. Awful. I mean, it's funny because he did try and copy Rupert Lowe's farm aesthetic for a bit. Then people pointed out you're just copying Rupert Lowe's farm aesthetic. So,
I saw Kemi trying to.
Yeah, that was just the worst.
That's an even worse choice. No, he's had the pub aesthetic strongly associated with him for years. I don't know why he doesn't lean into that more. I mean, I saw he posted slow day in the office with a pint today, and it's like, he's back in his natural habitat, posting on social media with a pint. I remember being a small child in the sort of pre-Brexit era, like sat on the sofa with my parents watching Have I Got News for You on TV, and I remember people doing like the weekly Nigel Farage with a pint post then. Like, this is a very long-lasting aesthetic that he's been associated with. I don't know why he's trying to steal Rupert Lowe's shtick.
And to be fair to him, that was a winning aesthetic. You ought to have done the George W. Bush thing. You're not a famous thing there. Watch this drive. You should do that at the point there. Watch me down this pint.
That was George Bush's coolest moment.
Like, if he's gonna try and like, I don't know if it's not even punch right, but sort of like co-opt the visuals of the right, go full pub pilled, go for Bowden. If you're already trying to steal the valor of people more based than you, go full pub pill, take the Bowden pill.
Do you think it's real though with Nigel? Because I think, I don't know, for me it could well just be an axe. You know, his natural habitat is the fancy London dinner party. That's where he really feels at home.
Absolutely. I'm not saying it's real, but I'm saying he's got that association in the minds of the wider public of Farage with a pint. Whether it's real or not is largely beside the point. I'm just saying, in terms of like campaign aesthetics, I don't understand why he's not going for it.
Yeah.
I mean, he does want the Muslim vote, and they don't like pubs though.
Yeah, that's a good point. He'll be in the kebab shops next, I reckon.
Yeah. Well, he's.
You mean being served, or is it, or as a customer? There are two different things there.
Well, I mean, he is freaking out about this now, along with our entire political establishment. Reform UK suspends Rear Admiral Chris Parry over Shomrim remarks. Rear Admiral Chris Parry. I think some Jew thing. A Falklands War veteran and Reform UK's pick for Mayor of Hampshire and the Solent retweeted a post questioning Christian patrols amid the Golders Green incident, where counterterrorism police probe a suspected anti-Semitic terrorism claimed by an Iran-linked group. He described Shomrim volunteers as cosplayers with no legal authority. Oh, I think this is their sort of fake police thing. They're as cosplayers with no legal authority, later comparing them to Islamists on horseback, which Rabbi Herschel Gluck called ignorant given their police ties. Reform UK suspended him pending investigation, removing him as a candidate, while reactions are divided between supporters praising his patriotism and critics decrying his remarks as anti-Semitic. We know which one Harrian is. So, So this is in response to that. Just the absolute shitstorm that our political class are having right now about some ambulances being burned down. Because this, did any of you see the Tyler Oliveira stuff about those Jewish communities in America?
No.
So there are these towns that have just been completely taken over by Jews in America, and they run their own.
Were they building tunnels there as well?
probably, but they've got like their own sort of like ambulance service and repair service.
Oh, I have heard. I have heard of their own kind of parallel society.
Parts in like the Northeast and New Jersey. There's like a few different towns that they've just taken over everything, and they've got their own sort of their own like fake police force where they wear the uniforms and they stick like a siren on their cars and they go rushing off to stuff. You can't do that. Like that's if like me or Mercian went to got a siren stuck in her car. I sense crime. Right. Yeah, I sense crime, and so I go speeding off. They can't do that, but no one takes any action because they run the counties there.
I mean, they must have some sort of like special legislation with some sort of
the community. That's just straight up felony
community
impersonation of a law enforcement officer.
Yeah, they have no legal powers. They have no legal police powers. They just act like it.
Yeah, the ones in the UK specifically basically have an exemption where it's like, the police cars aren't actually police cars, and I don't think they're allowed to say they are police cars, but they are allowed to look as close as possible to the real thing. it's not an exclusively Jewish phenomenon. You get a lot of like private security companies that do something quite similar. I know I see that quite a lot in the town I live in, but
You get that
yeah,
on, like,
a lot of
lot
it is just them
university-
trying to act as private security, but like, so it's like when you see I grew up in the countryside. You used to see quite a lot of horse riders riding in the road, and they used to wear vests that said polite, but you know, if you're in a car at a glance, that looks like police, just to get people to slow down when they pass them in the back roads. It's sort of the same idea, I think.
I do wonder if you did just stick a siren on your car, how long you could get away with just speeding.
Let's try it.
Because I think probably a bunch of
rally
actual
car.
police, might just assume you're some undercover thing going after somewhere. The speeding cameras would be a problem. They'd get you.
Yeah, and I think they could scan your license plate pretty quickly and find out.
Yeah, if they have the license plate readers, they would.
Yeah,
that would come up as civilian pretty fast.
Yeah,
probably wouldn't. Yeah, turn out too great for you.
Yeah, but the response to these ambulances, it's it's all.
Can I just say on the whole police force thing, if you're going to start a police force thing, you're basically being a vigilante. And if you're going to be a vigilante, you don't have to do the police. You could be like a team of Batmen or something.
Well, so here's the thing. If you're doing this in a Jewish community, then you actually can have your own sort of quote unquote police force. Because I know they used to do this in LA. I don't know if they still do in certain like boroughs or, well, I guess it's New York boroughs, whatever. But you know, I mean, if they're staying within it, it's like a university police force.
I was about to say, wouldn't it be more like a campus police? But they can't have sirens in the car or anything, and you know, they can't enforce the law really.
The campus police, well, they can, but yeah, I mean,
well, no,
yeah,
they only have powers essentially of a security guard, though, don't they? Surely.
Yeah, from my experience of spending quite a lot of time living in a very Jewish part of London, these like things do basically operate as private security more so than police. Like they are very much just a community organized thing where it's just like, yeah, we've got big blokes in body armor basically. And here's the thing, like people are complaining about this as being like enclave behavior or whatever, or comparing it to Sharia courts. This doesn't bother me. It bothers me that they're doing it and we're not.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Right. Like if we did it though, the authorities would not like us
we would get
doing that.
shut down immediately. And I saw. Okay, I was watching the AA stream he did about the like the coverage of this whole thing, and he like there were people in some of the interviews that he was watching who were saying like, oh. Jewish people are the scapegoat, blah, 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 blah. We're like the canaries in the coal mine. And people were quite rightly making the point of, no, you guys are not the canaries in the coal mine. The canaries in the coal mine were the, you know...
all the girls and stuff.
Yeah. Basically white girls in Rotherham, the sort of disadvantaged white girls. Poe's Law did a really good video on, like, stuff people won't say about the kinds of white girls who were targeted in like in the grooming gangs basically, but they were the canaries in the coal mine and no one gave a fuck. But on the other hand, I can sort of understand where a lot of the like videos that were coming out from of like, you know, young Jewish people protesting this like in Golders Green, I can kind of understand why they're acting the way they are. I'm not saying I agree with it. But
the thing is that Jewish laws that are go ahead.
Among young people, among Zoomers especially, Jews at the moment have kind of taken the place of white people in terms of the minority. The ethnicity you're just openly allowed to dislike.
Yeah,
like the sort of 2020s level of fuck white people is now sort of fuck Jews because of Israel, basically. You
got like the leftists going, never thought I'd die fighting side by side with a racist. What about an anti-Semite?
Exactly.
That I could do.
It's like, I'm not saying I agree with them having a persecution complex about this, but at the same time, like, in 2020, if I had been able to go on the news and go, like, no, we've been here 1,000 years, our people will not be silenced, all that kind of shit, I'd be like, shit, I'd be doing that too. Like, I'm not agreeing that they're right in terms of, you know, everything they're doing, but I can sort of understand them.
One of the things with this recent stuff, I'm having troubles with. So there's been nothing official, but they're saying it's from some Iranian terror cell, and they're posting who's made some posts, and I'm just not sure because the posts they've made, I think they're in Arabic, Hebrew, and English, not Farsi, the Iranian language, which is a bit weird. And there's nothing about the Quran or anything in it. They use some sort of language that actual like Iranians wouldn't use, like talking about Israel. They don't call it Israel. And also, I just think, okay, you're an Islamic terrorist cell, and because apparently they also did they burnt some cars in a Jewish area in Antwerp, claimed to be the same group. But okay, you're an Islamic terrorist cell, and you're just burning insured cars. You're not actually going after people, which we've seen plenty of times when these Islamic terrorists go after people. And I don't know, this seems a bit low level really for what's being claimed.
It doesn't seem bomby enough, does it?
Yeah, like no one's been hurt. And whatever damage has been done is covered by insurance, along with Keir Starmer going, "Oh, don't worry, the NHS will give you all brand new ambulances for free."
Weren't they really old ambulances as well? Like, I mean, they look like they're from the 2000s.
They look the same
probably
as the modern ones you get in the city here, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they
haven't
work
updated
fine.
much.
Yeah.
Because you can buy ambulance, like anyone can buy an ambulance, like you know, and you can get them with all the decals on if you need to. I was just thinking maybe they bought loads of ambulances and reinstated them somehow.
Yeah. So I'm a bit. That's all a bit suspicious to me. But just, I mean, like we were saying though, the overwhelming response. There's no don't look back in anger with any of this stuff. Yeah, it's just it's every minority interest except for the British people.
No, of course.
Yeah,
I have
that
to
is
say,
that is a good point.
I do like the idea of forming groups to police Jewish communities. Okay, hear me out. We get these really nice, dashing Hugo Boss uniforms with these red armbands.
Yeah, we need to know who to protect. Also, so we should have the Jews in them as well. So just so we know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Hugo Boss is over. I mean, like, can we not get a British design company to do it? Can Ted Baker do it, maybe?
Yeah. Yeah.
I get the meme, obviously. So I'm just sort of saying.
Yeah. Because we also did have. There's also that attack on the Chagos Islands by missile, which I'm not sure about. Because it's because we had the attack on Cyprus, and the MOD confirmed that the strike didn't come from Iran, and they sort of didn't elaborate further. Just okay,
probably Israel.
Yeah, and then the Chagos Islands get hit, and you see Iran. They've claimed responsibility for all the other strikes they have. They're no problem with that, but the Diego Garcia stuff, they're going, no, that wasn't us. So Iran are denying it. Which is a bit.
Yeah, is this a good way to segue? Because Trump was talking about he's going to make a deal with the Iranians. He's got an insider to get a deal with the Iranians, and people are calling him Taco. Trump always
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Aubrey, are you familiar with what's going on as our American?
I'm not. I'm not gonna speak on Iran because it doesn't go well for me when I do.
You just get mud in your face every time. So it's unfortunate.
Mainly by Mr. Ethereum.
And I told you not to talk on this issue because you're not informed.
He did not say that, did he?
No, well,
he doesn't. No, he didn't. But he did say no.
You tell me what he said.
He disagreed with me, and he may have threatened to kick me out of the Discord for that as well. I can't remember. It happens all the time for various reasons. So
here's the very sane guy in charge of the American military at the moment.
The world, the Middle East, our ungrateful allies in Europe, even segments of our own press should be saying one thing to President Trump. Thank you.
Thanks, Donald. Thanks.
I love that. That ungrateful allies in Europe.
Yeah, you know what? The price of gas isn't high enough. I want to pay more at the pump.
Yeah, we love it that you start a war that you don't tell anyone about beforehand, and then go, "Oi, why aren't you not joining in? Israel needs us. Israel needs us." Look, I know, I mean, the price of oil is skyrocketing, food is skyrocketing, everything's going to become so much more expensive. We're going to get a new wave of Middle Eastern migrants. Thank you, Donald Trump.
Is this where you tell me
everything I wanted?
We like you, just not your country.
Yeah. Well, look, I showed you that Charlie Kirk tweet, didn't I, from last year?
You did.
He's going, responding to the gay boy Lindsey Graham. This is a really stupid idea. Stop trying to bomb Iran.
I love that we have the Hadiths of Kirk now. That is one of my favorite things.
The what?
People refer to the Hadiths of Kirk.
Oh,
People
right.
will just pull up Kirk tweets like it's the Bible. It's incredible. We've even got the two schools of thought where you've got like the Sunni Kirkites who are followers of Erica and the Shia Kirkites who are followers of Candace Owens.
Yeah, I'm neither of those camps. I'm a Charlie all the way.
I mean, it's no wonder they had to kill him, though.
Yeah, he was Icarus was flying quite close to the sun there at the end.
I mean, from whatever way you view it, whether you go like the Candace Owens route of it's Israel and stuff doing it, or if you view it from like it was leftist, like if it was leftist, like this sort of class story. I mean, that's some very high level thinking. It's like, yeah, we'll get rid of Charlie Kirk and we'll just leave all the crazies in charge and they'll burn everything down.
Or it was just this unhinged kid.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
like he's thinking, because you could go after like Nick Fuentes, but like, well, that's probably not the best target if you want to actually destroy the right wing in America. Charlie was probably the best target for that.
Yeah, I will never get over the Charlie Kirk assassination. I'm not kidding. I really, really liked him. So, but Erica, I think I feel bad for her. Frankly, I really do. She's a little nutty, and she's got a terrible fashion sense for being a former beauty queen. Terrible.
Yeah.
But Candace is. I mean, Erica at this point she can't win no matter what she does. And it's just a shame because she is a widow, no matter how unhappy or how happy she does look actually out there. But
so, does anyone else have any today's news things they want to cover?
Yeah. So if you have a desktop open on your X, you should have 3 headlines that are devoted entirely for you. If you'd like to share them, if not, we'll move on to Mochi's topic.
I'm still banned from Twitter.
Oh,
no.
So you don't have 3 headlines. And I'm guessing you locked out your X as well.
I keep getting locked out, but I have one headline. So,
well, what's your headline? Go on.
You want to do mine now?
Yeah. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
So, okay, I'm going to try to post this for you, or present this, I mean. And I've never done this before. So let's see if it works. All right.
It should work. I'll see to it.
Okay, just a sec. Sorry, I wasn't prepared to be the next person to go.
Oh,
so.
we can. Well,
No, I mean, I've got it saved here. I've got to find.
Mosh, if you've got a desktop and you want to get yours ready while we're waiting for.
Oh, I've got a.
I'm a Zmet, I fear. I've only ever used Discord. I don't know how StreamYard works.
No,
I've got
you don't have to present anything. Do you have X?
Oh, here's mine. Okay, whenever you're.
I've got a laugh at reform. Post quickly. Well, then get that sorted.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll show you up on my screen. I'll show you what mine looks like, what my X is, where you're looking. So if you see here today's news, and it gives you 3 headlines to the right hand side. Yeah, everyone on their desktop should have that, and that was mine today. So March, if you have a desktop and you want to read out your headlines when we get round to.
I'll just share mine quickly.
Oh, sorry, I was so busy looking at my own beautiful screen.
Redbridge, reform is coming. Yep, that looks like a reform group. We've got Indian, brown, cuck, awful liberal white woman. Yep.
All right. If I may defend this for 3 seconds, I'm from Redbridge originally. This is probably still whiter than the actual population.
It's sad. But it's. I mean, reform don't stand a
Pub
chance.
in the
do they?
background is the real Crimson Crown. Like that is the majority brown lineup, the like decommissioned pub. This is possibly the most Redbridge photo ever taken, I'm afraid.
Oh, reform will fix it. Jim will fix it.
Yeah. Aubrey's got her headline ready, so I'll put that on the screen. Okay. What do we have here? Are you on a desktop at the minute, Aubrey?
I am. Is that okay?
Oh. No, that's fine. I thought you were on a phone.
Well, no, I'm not. I was, but yeah. So, Representative Randy Fine. I need to make this bigger so I can see it here. Sorry, God. He has introduced legislation because in New York, they are trying to. The Muslims are trying to ban people from having pet dogs. I put this on the Discord, so you guys might have seen this.
Yeah.
Which I think is unbelievable. Like somebody, if they tried to take my dog, I would have shot them. But I love this little puppy flag here that
Don't
he
tread on puppy.
created. The "Don't Tread on Me" with the golden retriever puppy, Mercian.
Yes, I did like your post on. Was it X? You posted that.
I put it on X and Discord. Yeah, I mean,
I did like it when I saw
close
it.
to my heart. But seriously, I mean, how sick is this? That they're and I mean, the dog is like man's best friend. You know, like it's all American. The golden retriever, especially, all American. So
the golden retriever, I believe you've told me
actually
this
from
is an
Scotland.
English dog.
I was wrong.
You said English?
Oh, so yeah, it said that at my vet, but then I talked to Iron Duke about it, and he said, "No, I told you Scotland," and I said, "You're right, it was Scotland." So, same. I mean, not same.
So okay, all right, fair enough.
But yeah, so it just, I think it's just ridiculous that they're trying to come in and change our way of life, as we see time and time again. But they're moving in on our dogs now, people.
So who
This
was
is New York or
yeah.
this is in New York that they're talking about this, and then this is Congressman Randy Fine, who I don't know. I guess he is from New York. Oops, sorry.
So,
But
who's
he's
been talking about banning dogs?
So one of Mondami's actual aides said this. God, if I could get this like larger so that I could see it here. But she said basically that, God, can you guys see this? Because I cannot see it.
I can make
I'm
it
trying to
a
make it
touch
bigger.
for you.
There's a quote. I'm sorry that I can't see this. I'm such a
No,
an old woman.
that's okay. So New York City is coming to Islam is the quote.
Oh, well, no, that's not the quote.
Well, it's
but
the quote I can see on the thing you've put in front.
okay, I'm totally bombing right now, you guys.
No, it's quite all right.
good.
Don't worry about it.
But no, I
will
want
say
to read
this.
this. Hold on.
Oh, you want to read it out loud?
It's just down a little bit further. I'm just trying to. Oh, fuck.
I'm surprised the American government have had to address Islam so soon, because it's still early days for Islam in America.
Well, they've got. I think they've got more than us actually, but they're just spread out more.
Well,
Yeah.
we have. Okay, here we go. Now, finally, I can pull this thing up.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Oh, fuck. Of course, there's an error. My God.
You say apart from Minnesota, that one makes the rounds because it's the like all Muslim community. But I mean, how many of those do we have in the UK?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, well, it's not that many really. They just like overall, like what is it? It's like 7% of the population still. They just
I don't know. Maybe it's just being from the London bubble. I see it more, but
yeah, they just I think that is also like part of the problem is that because you've got that strip from like London to Manchester where they sort of all fit in, like that's the diversity strip, and I think I think they do really overestimate their own numbers because they're just in these ghettos. You head out to like Somerset Way or something, not so many then.
I mean, in the ghettos, aren't there some sort of Muslims that think that they are the majority in the country because they've literally
of course.
That's all they see. Yeah.
Okay, finally, I was able to pull this up. My God. Okay, so one of Mamdami's people here says that so it says the legislation would prohibit federal funds from being provided to any state or local government that bans dogs as pets. Islamic law cannot be forced on the United States of Americans' rights to own a dog and would not allow federal funding to be given to any state or local government that bans them as haram. Is that how you say it? There are 57 countries that are Sharia compliant. The United States will not be the 58th. So now he is actually, this is Randy Fine that proposed this. And now there's backlash from all these other people saying that he should step down, that he should resign from office because he proposed that, which is because that's
Americans should be allowed to have dogs. Yeah.
Well, right. But what I'm saying is they are prompting for him to resign because they're saying that is, the poor Muslims can't handle that his Islamophobia.
Yeah.
So
he's a racist.
Yes, he is.
Yeah,
he is.
Do you know?
Choosing dogs over people.
Do you know what state he's from?
He is from. I don't know, you guys. I'm not having an on day today. I got to tell you.
It's okay. Because like
very tired today.
I think we mentioned this last week. Like the Mandami guy, to me, he doesn't seem all that Islamic. Really, it's more just that he just hates the West and views and Islam is part of that sort of thing.
Like it's a tool.
Yeah, like you look at his wife. I mean, he's not got her in like traditional Muslim garb or
No,
anything.
no, she's
So-
kind of a little slutty actually.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
she's interesting.
But he's kind of got that like
yeah,
that
the
sort of-
rapper.
He sort
Yeah.
of reminds me of like the I get this a lot at uni, like the student protesters who will wear like the Palestinian flags and the
Right.
the fire, whatever the weird scarf thing.
Yeah.
And they're just adopting those symbols because they are symbols signaling I'm with this group, you know,
Yeah.
I'm part of like the right side of history or whatever.
Yeah.
It feels like he's doing that as well, except he's actually Muslim, so he kind of gets away with it a bit more.
Yeah. Yeah, he'd have no problem working with the actual Islamists, and then the Islamists would shoot him in the head once they took over.
So Randy Fine is from Florida.
Right.
Mhm. He's a Republican congressman. But it says the choice between dogs and Muslims is not a difficult one. It says Gavin Newsom, but he's saying it the other way, calling him out for being a racist slob. I'm sorry, Newsom. I have to disagree with you on this one.
Wait, I'm surprised Newsom's making a comment on this.
I am too, because
I thought the smarter thing would just be to say nothing here.
right.
Given
Because I
the
think
amount of
he's-
his sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
Now, given the amount of his voter base that are like the millennials who have dogs instead, who have furries instead of children, like
Yeah.
I'm surprised he'd come out against dogs, to be honest.
I mean, you know, one way you are going to actually get some lefties to maybe wake up a little bit would be because you're pro dog. I mean, dogs are,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
Do you know what? I reckon that the whole dog thing will be the turning point in this country. I really do.
Yeah.
I would love that.
The fur baby generation. That's you need to appeal to them, and that this is not going to appeal to them.
No. Yeah, because I mean, like liking animals is something that goes across the political spectrum, unless you're Muslim,
Right.
But
right.
yeah.
Exactly.
like,
right.
yeah. So it's
You know, I just think it's really freaky too that this is the mayor of New York's
one of his aides.
one
Yeah.
of his aides that's saying, you know, New York City is coming to Islam.
Yeah.
It just creeps me out. I mean, we've already got
Yeah.
Detroit, we've got Minneapolis, we've got, you know.
Yeah, this is like
It happens fast, doesn't it? That's the thing
It
that people
does.
don't really. It
It does.
happens fast.
It does.
Yeah.
And I've got a video that I'll give you the link if you could put it below in the comment section, or not comment section, but in the description.
I'm putting the description, yeah.
So there's a guy, his name is Chase Hughes. It's too long to play right now, but his name's Chase Hughes, and he was a former naval officer, and he was in the PSYOPs field, and he talks about, I know, there you go. But I was going to post this for you to actually, I was going to ask you to watch this today, but because actually I think you would not mind it. But he's talking about Iran, and you skip through the Iran part of it. And what he's basically saying is that you get the propaganda and you get the he's got some good quotes, but and then he talks about how quickly things fall. And a civilization, because he was talking about how Iran in the 70s was a very modern, very westernized country, and how all of a sudden, you know, you get this this group that comes into power, and they start.
You know who was helping that group come into power?
Oh, stop it!
The CIA. The CIA. They were though.
Parts of my stories. Yeah, you're so.
And then who gave them F-14 Tomcats and F-15 Eagles?
So he says that once belief becomes mandatory, truth becomes a liability, which I thought was a pretty good quote.
Yeah, it's I think it's fifth. I think they call it fifth generational warfare, where you just sort of get convince a population to just destroy themselves while leaving sort of the infrastructure intact for you to then move in and take over.
Right. So it's the long game.
Ideological subversion.
That's what Islam. That's what the Islamists. They're good at doing. They're good at the long game,
and they're happy to work with like the gay rights lot as well, until they're in charge.
Until they're not, yeah.
Then,
until they throw them off roofs.
Off the rooftop with you.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that stuff when I saw about the New York Mandami doing the LGBT stuff in New York, the new office. I mean, maybe it will be at the top of the Empire State Building.
Yeah.
Maybe that is his actual plan.
And all these idiotic students that are all LGBTQ, and they're like, yeah, we are pro Palestine, and yeah, they would love you there.
I'm sure that would, show how gravity works mainly. They like to show science lessons like that.
Well, I've got a good dog story for you.
Oh,
if you want to share that, Mercian.
Well, I will, but is this the good news thing? Because we ought to.
No, we can go back to the bad stuff. I just
we'll just do this one then.
Yeah. We'll go back to the bad stuff. You got to wait for the good stuff, Chad. Yes, 7 dogs stolen from their owners have gone viral after escaping from an illegal transport truck and making their way home. They traveled around 17 kilometers together, led by a corgi across highways and fields, and now safely back with their respective owners. And this was in China, apparently, and they just got.
It's like the Chinese version of the Incredible Journey, Homeward Bound.
Yeah, I was gonna say Homeward Bound. Yeah,
except that was like 280,000.
Yeah, yeah. But it's apparently they're all neighbors. They all lived in the same part with different people. And then this little corgi goes and leads them all back. They escaped. They're all back back home now.
So you guys, I wrote a children's story. I have not tried to publish it, but I wrote one when I was with my ex when he was in the military, and we had a corgi, and then we had my dog Jasper, whom you guys are familiar with, and I wrote it about the two of them like saving the day, that they get lost and have all these little adventures, and corgis are just so damn cute.
They're willful little things.
They what?
They're willful little things.
Our little guy was not smart at all, but he was so cute. And Iron Duke would have a fit for me to even saying that. But he was just as cute as could be. But he was just, he didn't really have a lot going on upstairs, but he was adorable. Yeah. Cute dogs. That's a great story.
Yeah, Therm usually has lots of stories like this. Should we move on to Mochi's topic then?
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing you would skip over the Twitter headline thing then, Moch.
My Twitter headlines are a little embarrassing because I have one about 6'7" and 2 about a trolley problem. They're not exactly news, I'm afraid.
Right.
This is the place to hit us with it.
Like an actual trolley problem of actual physical trolleys, or the philosophical trolley problems?
And I didn't know this was an assignment that we were supposed to pick.
Well, we decided on this while we were waiting for you, Aubrey.
Yeah.
Oh well.
It's not much of an assignment. It's just look at your X homepage.
Yeah, that's it. Look at your X homepage and tell us the headlines.
God, I don't know where I should put this. I'll just put it in general, but I'm not kidding. This is what my X homepage looks like. These are my stories.
I heard a beep. Have you put it in the Discord?
I did. I didn't know where else to put it. I don't know.
Okay.
Viral social media discussion on whether children in Spain say 6'7" or C what is Sieben? No, that's German. See, whatever. Okay.
Sweet.
Should children in Spain say 6'7" or
that's 8? What am I saying?
6'7" in Spanish?
Set is in Spanish.
Siete, I think.
Siete. Oh, set is Italian. I don't know, you guys. It's not my day. Keep going. I'm not going to talk anymore.
It's kind of
French,
if they're saying 6-7 in Spanish, I mean in English in Spain, that's kind of a sign of absolute cultural dominance.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
I mean-
siete is Spanish.
Yeah, siete, yeah.
I mean, even if it is just awful, and like the children need to be smacked. I mean,
Smacking
at least we're
children
winning.
is good.
For me, because I mean, this is the whole 6-7 is Zoomer coded, so you know this is
This isn't
why
the
this
Zoomer thing.
headline-
Don't put that on us. This is Gen Alpha.
Yeah.
Is this Gen Alpha hitting on the teachers though? Isn't that the thing? It's sort of like they get their maths teacher to work out what a sum is, and they say 6-7 plus you and me make 6 to 9, baby.
Oh my
God. What is wrong with people? The future's doomed. Future's doomed.
I just love hearing you say that.
What the line? I just got to random women that give them a maths problem that adds to 67, and
That's
then
his-
hit them with the line.
That's his pickup line at the bars. I love it.
Oh yeah, but it's such a bad one, isn't it? It's like
It's not going to work anymore because kids can't count that high.
No.
But no, anyway, aside from pure Zoomer brain rot, my entire Twitter has been sort of like localized infighting with the AA versus Stelios stuff for the last day.
Right.
When people say
this is
imported
what I thought-
conflicts, they're usually talking about Israel versus Palestine in the UK, Jews versus Muslims. The Greco-Persian War being
It
renewed
never
was not
ended.
what was expected.
It never ended. Yeah.
What I love about this idea that me and Tharium came up with before the stream started is it really highlights everyone's personality. Who's echoing?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm going to echo through myself. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Right,
Okay, go on. It's
if
fine.
it happens again, I'll put headphones in, but I don't want to wear any headphones. It hurts my head.
Hey,
boy.
Zen in chat.
Who?
Yeah.
Oh, Zen's in chat. Hello, Zen.
Yes.
Oh, hello, Zen. I've got room for one more if you want to come on. But anyway, what were you saying, Tharium?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, March, you're here to show your Substack. Should we get that out of the way? So what's it about? Makeup or something?
It's about women, so close enough.
Blimey.
Basically, I am perpetually several weeks late to the party on anything that requires more than 3 seconds of effort to write about. But there was an article making the rounds on Twitter sort of about 2 weeks ago at this point, which was from the BBC. I've linked it in the chat for the StreamYard thing. I don't know if it's, like this one, which was basically BBC interviewing under anonymity a bunch of women who were basically saying, like, I regret having children, I wish I never became a mother. And they're talking about their like, struggle with that.
awful. If you found out your mom said that.
Yeah. Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the article came out and everyone and their mother, pun intended, was talking about it. And a lot of people were calling it like deliberate demoralization propaganda, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I did a Substack article where I was talking about this article and sort of the phenomenon in general, because this article's not like the only example of this. There's entire Facebook groups, Reddit, r/regretful parent is sort of like the sister to r/child free, I found in a lot of ways. But you will just get women sharing their stories of like, I don't like raising my kid, I don't like my child as a person, all of that kind of stuff. But basically, I ended up writing a Substack about it because I heard basically, I remember Sargon in one of his segments. Yes, I am cringe. I watch Lotus Eaters.
So do we.
I was going to say, I think you're among This is literally the community of people who are okay with watching Lotus Eaters, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, there's only one member of the panel I know doesn't, and that's Aubrey.
That would be me. Yep.
But it's not because
At
she
any
doesn't
rate.
like them. She just doesn't know who they are.
I do know who they are, but keep going.
Also, hello.
Hello, Zen.
Hey, Zen.
Yeah. At any rate, so I heard a bunch of people saying like, no, these women who say they feel like monsters sometimes should feel like monsters because blah 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 blah, and they're obviously horrible. And they're like, can you imagine your child finding that you spoke about this? And I had a little bit of pushback to that, just because like I wrote about all this in my Substack article, but like my mother is one of these people. Like I was fully aware that my mum did not want children.
God.
You know,
But once she had you, she wasn't saying that, right?
No, she was saying to me like, "Oh, I never wanted children."
Right.
When I was a kid.
But she wasn't saying like, after I had you, though, I was still wishing I had not had children.
No, she never said those exact words, but there was a lot of just like, "Oh, imagine the life I could have had if I didn't have children," that kind of thing.
So sorry. So our farm vet when I was growing up, him and his wife, I don't think they could have kids, so they adopted a couple of special needs kids, and it drove his wife mad. She just went mad. She just went loopy. Just went off and like left him with these two disabled kids.
Oh my God.
And yeah.
Now how special needs are we talking?
I don't know. I just heard
Speaking as the expert in special needs kids here.
I think a lot worse than you. Right.
Okay. So we're talking full on Downs, probably.
Probably, yeah.
Okay,
that's
fair enough.
Really difficult situation to find yourself in.
Yeah.
Well, have you guys heard the stories about the families that have adopted kids, like when they had the orphanages, you know, where they where was it when I was a kid, which God, I'm so old now. But anyway, that they had like one person per 100 babies, right? And so they would adopt these kids, and there were some of these families that ended up having seriously like psychopathic children. And what do you do? What do you do? What do you do if that's your real child, for one thing?
This is one of those awkward ones where when all of the people that I usually agree with on pretty much everything start posting articles about a thing, like when this came out, and I have to be the one going, no, actually, I'm not going to be as condemning as some people will be. Like I get it.
I mean, you wake up in the middle of the night and your kid is like standing over you with a knife. That's a scary thing. And so, yeah,
that wasn't even something I've considered, but
this happened to one family. They tried to they did send the child back. I think that was a Soviet orphanage at the time, but and yeah, it created this whole international.
I will admit that is horrifying.
I mean, it is, but what do you do?
Yeah.
And there is no help for that, really. If you're truly...
But I mean, even from like a non like life-threatening, terrifying level of thing, I can't imagine what it is like to raise a kid, and then have that kid end up with like the absolute opposite politics as you. Like, if we're just talking about like a more real life, normal kind of thing that causes you to regret having kids.
Well, my mum's a shit lib.
Same. Well, this is the thing. This is one of the reasons I'm very hesitant. It's like, oh god, what if I have a kid and they end up a shit lib? My mum had no input on what my politics ended up being, so I don't think I can deal with that.
Well, beatings are the answer.
Yes.
So, I mean, that the woman in that article, Mochi, she does say like she loves her child, though.
That's the thing, is I read it and it didn't seem that outrageous for some parts of it. Like she admits, she loves her kid. She just acknowledges that it's been very difficult for her. And I try not to make like moral condemnations on people the way some people are very quick to.
Yeah.
Especially because like oftentimes like there's a very quick jump in like situations like this where the personal where like a YouTuber will hear them saying like, oh, my financial situation isn't good, and they'll be like, oh, so you wanted to be rich, you wanted loads and loads of money, and it's like, well, no. I've known families like this where, you know, if they didn't have kids, they could actually own a home at this point, whereas because they have kids, they're stuck eternal renting. I can see that being a completely legitimate thing to you know, have problems with.
I can imagine something that causes.
And it's
a lot
not necessarily
of stress.
blaming the kid itself; it's blaming the situation you find yourself in.
I can imagine something that causes a lot of stress for younger parents is there's all these like family influencers who they put their like videos and their TikToks out, and they've got this sort of, it's like this perfect life, and it's all fake, right? They've got like a section of their house that they sort of keep for the filming. That's all perfectly clean and tidy and everything.
Or they've got like 3 staff members behind the camera. Like they have a maid, they have a cook.
Yeah, exactly.
The level of ease that some people find themselves in.
They can do it. Or they turn out to be completely fucking nuts. Like there's been a few of these ones in America
Family
who
vloggers
they put
not
up.
even once.
Like, they put out the perfect image, and then turns out they've got the kids chained up to the beds
like
in the evenings. Yeah,
right, right. I give, this is where I'll give women a little bit of a break, and I don't very often, but you know, like my view is that we've got to get back to the women getting back into raising children and not having their careers first, and I think that that's better for the family unit, for our society. But I think that it has to also be kind of confusing. Like my mom was a stay-at-home mom. She was kind of on the cusp of like it was still okay to be a stay-at-home mom. And then I grew up where it was like, what? You want to be a stay-at-home mom? And you know, there's more and more pressure like that. And so I do kind of feel for younger girls that it's got to be a little confusing. And if they do decide then to opt and stay home with their kids, then they're constantly just being barraged with these messages of, well, you could have done this, you could have had this career, you could have that. So, and the grass is always greener, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Of course,
it's easier to look that way.
I think the attack on motherhood is the first instances of governments chasing the GDP.
Yeah.
Get women into work and focus on the careers. That was the first instance of we need to increase GDP.
Yeah. We can double the workforce. Brilliant.
Because of the war, because of World War II.
By destroying the family unit and then therefore society.
Yeah,
when you think of it that way, there's no good that's ever come from chasing GDP.
No,
ever.
It's a fake metric anyway. But yeah,
right.
But I understand why you get women who want to have feel like the security of having their own sort of finances and career a bit, being able to make money on their own.
Especially with divorce rates.
And it's not like the 50s anymore, where it's easy for just one person to get a job as a janitor and then pay for everything. You know, we're not 50s America. So there is more of a need to have both parents working. But I get
a job for 6 months and buy an actual house.
Yeah. But COVID should have really changed this when all these jobs started being work from home. Because this is great for any sort of like young mothers, is that you can still do that. You can still contribute while you're raising your kids with a lot. You can do a lot of work like that.
I think maybe it's power. Because, you know, you can easily, I think, well, okay, I don't have kids, so I can't judge this, but I would think you could easily juggle being like a mom and then maybe having like a part-time job, at least when the kids go off to school, so that you kind of have your thing that you can do that's not just housework.
Yeah. I'm someone who was raised. So my dad walked out when I was 2. So I had raised by a single mother who was also working full time. And I think my last grandparent also died when I was about 2. So she didn't even have grandparents either.
Oh my God.
Either. So, that's tough.
That's
the
a
other.
really tough situation when you don't
Yeah.
have that support network.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, you got a lot of shit boomers these days who aren't properly grandparenting.
Yeah.
Right, right.
Oh, absolutely. Like,
And on like a purely economical level, like, it is so difficult for a family to function if both kids, like, just economically, if both parents aren't working. Like, I hear, like, I'm lucky. I managed to get a relatively cheap council house. But when I hear about, like, the rent situation some people have, I'm like, dude, that would be more than how much I earn every month. How are people paying this? It's kind of insane. And so I can understand that, like, in some conditions, you can't function in the slightest. You can't pay for your life at all.
But you're saying if both parents
aren't working
I
all the time.
live in a very young, popular city. I think my rent per month would make some of you faint.
Probably.
I did see. There was this study from 2020, I think, and it's about mandating the use of car seats until age 8. And
I remember seeing something
that's
about this.
old, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And basically, the thinking was, all right, okay, we estimate it might prevent like 57 child deaths a year. So that's good. That's just nothing. Like, that's a statistical average. Like,
But
that's
how many
that's nothing.
childbirths does it prevent? Because
Yeah,
people
and
can't
that's-
afford to get a bigger car that can fit all
Yeah.
these like ridiculous fucking car seats
Yeah.
in them.
That's the thing they said.
You know, it would stop a hell of a lot more
Do you
child
think it
deaths. in
does
cars.
though?
Stop women drivers.
Yeah, but yeah, they found that because most cars can't fit 3 child seats in the back, then women will just then it would actually make women put off having more children if you
that really does,
force them to get that.
I mean, that's pretty
Yes,
ridiculous. to be
they've done
fair.
studies about it where it was like, yeah, this does actually prevent families having more children because they literally can't afford to do all of the upgrades.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you put it like that, yeah, I'm pretty past the government to do that again. GDP. We don't need babies. We can just import anyone we need.
Well, it's the problem of the government where the option that their solution to everything is, well, let's just give money to the people who
Right.
can't afford things, as opposed to let's try and do something to make things cheaper. It's always the option of let's just give the money out rather than let's try and make things cheaper.
Very good
I
point.
can't remember who spoke about it, but someone was on a stream talking about how, like, their wife used to work in the NHS, and they would work in a department where basically they just gave, I think it was like 250 quid to poor parents when they had a kid, just to buy essentials, you know, like nappies, that kind of stuff. And almost every single time, those parents would go out and buy a pushchair for like $249.99. And it's like, why
Yeah.
do you need something that expensive? Why is there a pushchair for 250 quid?
Hello,
Oh, that's why,
garage
because there's
salespeople.
lots of poor, stupid people who get given exactly that much money by the
Mhm.
government for nothing. So the businesses are like, well, right, let's price it up because now those people have that much money. It's textbook
You guys-
inflation.
Do you guys see that over? I mean, over here, obviously, in the Black population, especially in the poorer populations, that you've got these women who are. I mean, it's a stereotype, right? But it's true that they have child after child just to get the checks. Is that really such a thing over there?
It used to be. It's
Mhm.
not. That's kind of not so much anymore.
Did
It
they
used to
cut?
be
Well,
like
now
the,
they've lifted the 2-child benefit cap. Who knows?
yeah, maybe
Oh,
it used to be
really?
like
Oh, that's interesting.
there used to
Don't
be.
support us for that.
Yeah, I mean, it used to be a thing. You got like the white trash council estate
Mhm.
girls. They'd like have loads of kids just for that because each one meant more money.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem to really be so. That seems to have died out more. Now it's more just the foreigners taking advantage of that.
Right.
It's
Right.
one of those
'cause
ones
of
where it's like,
course
no
we
matter
do it
what,
to
it's a
them.
bad idea of a thing to have. Because like, if you can't afford the kids, don't have the kids.
Yeah.
It's just
Right.
encouraging people to like breed out of their means.
Because like I also think like you did on the right for a while, and luckily it seems to be dying down. There was the sort of the push that we need to all be breeding like Indians. to counteract
Mhm.
them.
Yeah.
And and luckily the people are like, actually no, maybe like turning everywhere into like some Indian slum, just with white people isn't that's not thriving. So that seems
And
to die.
that's not good for the children either. They're not going to be in a happy situation.
No,
either.
exactly.
So
Yeah.
it's I think that a lot of times that's the issue in very drug use heavy areas in America, at least.
Yeah. I mean, following on from this, we did have the House of Lords going for decriminalizing abortion to the point of birth in Britain.
Oh wow! Fuck.
Yep.
Oh God, yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
To the point of birth. My God.
yeah. Only about 1% of people support it, but
They did it anyway. They
Yeah.
did it anyway.
And they did it anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gone through, and there's a lot of people making the point of it's like, oh, they haven't legalized it; they've just decriminalized it. As if that makes
But that's
a
worse.
bit of
But
difference.
that's worse because that means if people are going to do it, they're going to do it at home, which is more risky and is probably going to get a lot of women killed. Like that is actually worse than just doing it, like having it be more common in a hospital. It's like no, now they're going to be doing it at home with weird.
So that
dodgy
means
or
the
online
child
options.
takes a breath and they still
No. Okay. Here's the
I
thing.
think
You've got a lot
Right.
of campaigners basically going, oh, no woman's just deciding to abort her child at like 8.5 months just because. It's like, oh, there's going to be a
Then why
medical
is
reason.
it-
It's like, no, you fucking retard. If a pregnancy has to be terminated at like 8 months for a medical reason, that procedure's not a fucking abortion and has never been counted as such.
Exactly.
That, like,
But
there's
also,
medical
if no
induced
woman,
birth, and then there's
if no
something
one's
else.
going to do it, why are you decriminalizing it?
Yeah. It's the whole like children on hormones thing. It's just like,
Yeah.
oh, no one's actually putting children on hormones. Oh, so it won't matter if we make it illegal then. No, you're killing children. Like what?
Right. I heard a girl that was trying to actually with Charlie Kirk. She was arguing that that when a woman has a miscarriage and has to go in like for the DNC afterwards, where they have to remove the fetus. Obviously, you can't leave a dead fetus inside a woman. And she was saying, well, they'll ban that because if you make abortion illegal. And he was like, that's not an abortion. And then she was talking about a miscarriage being and he was like, yeah, that's being treated for that, not an abortion.
Yeah,
but
there's lots of people who are saying it's like, oh, you're criminalizing women for having miscarriages, and then you'll look
Right.
into what they're calling a miscarriage, and it's like a preemie baby being born and then just like discarded in a dumpster or whatever. It's like that's
Yeah.
it's like having a traumatic birth is not the crime. There is giving birth to a live baby and then not even trying to get it help. Like that's the criminal bit there.
I mean, there's those horror stories about that from Planned Parenthood.
Oh yeah.
Where these abortions fail and the baby's born and it's alive, and they just sort of leave it to die rather than giving it medical aid.
The quarterback, I think he was quarterback. I'm not big into football, but he was his mother was going to abort him, and then she was, I guess, changed her mind. She was talked out of it, but then you hear about these stories too where the child actually survives. Which how shitty would that be to know that your mom like tried to abort?
Well, they
you?
kill it. They kill the child.
Right. Well, yeah, you're
Yeah,
talking about
sometimes
in that
abortions fail, and
instance.
then, like, the
I was
child
talking
actually
about
ends up
incest
living.
survive. Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, the thing is too. I think today actually this guy died that was in prison for terminating a bunch of pregnancies that were actually the children were born. I think it was like 81 babies or something like that. But the Democrats, remember in the when Trump was doing the debates with Biden, and Trump was saying that there are some states where they do late term abortions, and the announcer woman was like, "That's not true. They don't do that." There are states actually where that, yeah, has,
Yeah, they like. I think New York's lit up the Empire State Building in pink or something when they legalized abortion up till birth.
That is so sick. I mean, I'm sorry, but my whole thing, first of all, is there is so many methods of birth control now. Use birth control, people. And then the abortion debate doesn't even have to be what it is. Of course, there's still going to be some pregnancies, but then, use the morning after pill if you've got to. I don't have a problem with that. I do when it's later on. I don't know. I'm pro-life.
Yeah,
so
the morning after pill can't end a pregnancy. Like, it
Right. It
doesn't terminate
hasn't.
pregnancy. All
Right.
that does is introduce synthetic hormones into
Right.
your uterus environment, and to prevent the natural spike in hormones that causes the release of an egg.
Right.
Sorry, I was having this argument with Brutus the other day, and I was like, "You don't understand how this pill works."
No, that's
GCSE
so well
biology
explained, and so many people just don't. I mean, wouldn't you rather have that used than?
Do you want to bring up my screen, Mercian?
Oh,
I mean,
yes.
I'm
Hold
often-
on. I've got to take that off the screen first. Go on, Zen. What are you saying?
I'm often the liberal in these, like, in abortion conversations, and even I'm like, okay, I'm happy for the heartbeat ruling to be like,
Yeah.
okay, once there's a heartbeat, then no,
Yeah.
that's an actual living
Because
being.
the heartbeats- the heart-
Realistically, my argument would be if there was a way we could detect the kid's brain, the baby's
right.
brain waves, I'm happy for that to be a cutoff, but we can't detect that, so heartbeat works as an alternative to that. I'm happy for that.
Heartbeat-
But like the lunacy of just up till birth, like, come on.
I mean, heartbeat
That's
is
insane.
a heartbeat is like logically consistent because when your heart dies, when your heart stops, that's when we say you die.
Yeah.
So you can, if you want like some sort of compromise, a heartbeat is
Yeah.
quite good, and that's only about 8 weeks. So there's plenty of
Yeah,
time.
you've got 2 months to notice that there's something up.
Yeah.
So real quick, I said this before when I had that crazy preacher. I think this was on Splendid Isolation. It was when I was on there with Ethereum and Mercy, and you guys were on at the time. But the woman was saying, "Blessed are the women who have abortions." The minister that said this, of course. And sorry.
No, I just wanted to explain. Flack in chat misheard you earlier. She was referring to when people would get benefits for just having, like, get more money from the government for having more kids.
Right.
And her point was, like, it's not good to just pump kids out for the money. And I've
It's
known
not good for
people
the
like this in
children.
real life, and yeah, those kids have an awful life. So that was what she was referring to.
Yeah. But I always in those situations I say that Scott Peterson went to prison for killing his wife Lacey, who was 8.5 months pregnant, and for also a second life sentence for killing baby Connor as well. And that baby had not taken a breath, right? So how is it that can be a law? But yet then these babies that are like, late term babies who haven't, taken a breath yet, but how do you say that child's life is less important?
It's the classic leftist mindset. It's like, well, it is when I decide it is,
Exactly.
and it isn't when I decide it isn't.
Exactly.
Like it's they have no values without what's the old term? I've forgotten.
So
Well, that leads on to this story. A Seattle man who shot and killed an 8th-month pregnant Korean American woman and nearly killed her husband when they were driving to work has been found not guilty by reason of insanity. So that's the first great bit. He didn't do nothing.
No.
Caldwell Gosby murdered Alina Kwan and her unborn baby in June 2023 when they were stopped at a red light. Prosecutors did not charge him for killing the baby due to concerns about protecting abortion in the liberal state. So there you go. That's what that leads to.
Okay, I was seeing this just earlier today. I don't know if people saw Dankula's second channel video earlier today about a migrant, but if regime change happens, something needs done about the judges that keep doing shit like this.
Yes. Yes.
This is like
Gallows.
unbelievable, the things that they keep just saying like, not guilty. Like, no,
Then,
no, absolutely not.
when Restore get into power, they're going to do a hell of a lot of work on the first day. They've got to.
Are you talking about making
There is
judgments
so much to be done. There is
that
so
are
much
pro,
to be done.
like Muslim and?
No, no. It doesn't have to be pro-Muslim. I don't care. Saying, oh, this person's a murderer, but they're not very clever, so they didn't understand that murder's bad, so they didn't do anything wrong. Like, no. Well, no, it's no, because the argument is always they are literally too unintelligent to understand that murder bad, and I'm like, that's more of an argument to like find them guilty. Hello.
Well, it's like I can believe your argument, sir, that this person is literally too retarded because of his culture to understand that you can't just like rape this white girl on the beach. That is not an argument for lessening his sentence. Oh, I know. I live in Brighton. We get a white girl raped by rounds on the beach story every 3 to 6 months.
It's more of an argument to not have these populations in our countries to begin with.
Do you remember that it was in Germany, and a bunch of some immigrant men raped this girl, and they got let off because the defense was, well, they just had a lot of testosterone in them at the time.
What?
Jesus. I don't disbelieve you, but holy shit.
I mean, that's like every man could say then about rape. I mean, right? That's, how do you prove that anyway? How do you go back and do the scientific, like the lab draw?
Yeah.
Days prior. Interesting.
Bring back capital punishment. That's what I say.
Right.
But
most people don't support it.
And not 20 years on death row like it is here in America.
No, the taxpayer shouldn't have to pay for these people. Just execute them. Get rid of them.
I say give them one appeal.
Remove their gene pool from the face of the earth.
Yeah. Iron Duke's comment there. Anne Bonny, the famous female pirate, when she was caught and she was sentenced to death, she got knocked up by the prison guard. Oh no! So they had to put off the
women called Bonnie as well.
Yeah, so they had to put off her pregnancy. Her hanging till the baby was born. The baby was born, and then the prison guard knocked her up again. Oops! So she got off it a second time.
That's astonishing.
She's very popular with the prison guards.
Yeah, but on this topic, we also had this is from a few years ago. Found in the NHS, aborted babies incinerated to heat UK hospitals.
Yeah, I saw this as well. I forgot about this.
No.
Yeah. Bodies of thousands aborted and miscarried babies were incinerated as clinical waste in the furnace for the hospitals. Some used to heat hospitals.
Burnt at the altar of the NHS.
Literally.
That literally just made me seriously feel nauseous.
Yeah. 10 have admitted to it, and at the time, this was 2014, and they were told, please don't do this. I mean, do you believe they're not still doing that? Some places, I don't.
Certainly.
I'm gonna throw up.
I can imagine during lockdown they were burning babies as they were dancing for TikTok videos.
yeah,
probably.
Yeah. I mean, so were the parents though thought that these children, like the
probably just being
babies, that they were getting the ashes later on, probably right that they were being cremated.
Yeah, probably.
God, that's just repulsive.
It's dark, isn't it? Isn't that the darkest thing you've heard in a while?
Yeah, this is not the typical happy-go-lucky Anglo game where we're like laughing about the typical videos you find.
That's coming later. We've got to suffer first.
Some African dancing, right?
I'm gonna raise something from my own Discord that was shared. I just need to dig it up. Where is it? I will send it to you, Mercian.
It's got to get lighter than that last.
Oh, I need to find the actual article. It's just a picture. Moment.
Okay, I can. I find that. So a couple of weeks ago, we had Bronze Age Pervert and the gay Tory boys all attacking Restore at GQs and stuff. Well, Bronze Age Pervert has written a piece for them explaining his solution to the to having kids. His modest proposal: to address the obstacles to fertility among high IQ, ambitious, and high anxiety young women, I propose the following multi-pronged program. It will consist equal parts of a public and probably government-supported fertility and sex cult. And on the other hand, massive financial and logistical incentives directed at this particular group only.
Wait. So this is high IQ and high anxiety?
Yeah, he thinks like, oh, because women aren't having babies because they sort of get, anxious about stuff.
Oh.
Like they're thinking, oh, what happens to the baby? So his idea,
throw in the smart ones.
this guy who was attacking Restore, he wants to just make a big sex cult. That's his solution to society.
Well,
it's like, this is the guy that the Tory boys all got behind as like the brilliant big brain genius. Bronze Age Pervert.
Oh, right. Yes.
Sounds like a
I
pretty
have heard of him from
self-serving
Twitter.
plan.
I mean, living up to his name.
Yeah, he portrays himself as like this Nietzschean will to power kind of guy. That's his.
And I bet he's not.
He's gay, so yeah, he's a gay bodybuilder.
He's gay, but he wants to.
He does. So he does.
This
Sorry, it's naked bodybuilding. He does.
What?
This guy is.
That just seems inconvenient.
He's reinventing the ancient Greeks from first principles. Sex cults, naked bodybuilding. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. This is the hero of the Tory boys, though. So, okay.
Think about the people that have to go onto the weight benches after that guy. Ugh.
Oh God.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm assuming that he's not doing it in a public gym.
I know, but that's where my mind went. I was like, oh, God.
Why do you have to share where your mind goes, Aubrey, sometimes, honestly?
Mercy. I'm so mean today.
Oh, dear.
You found your things then?
I've sent it to Mercian.
Oh, yeah, I see. Hold on a moment.
Someone posted this in my Discord with a RimWorld meme. You will understand once you witness it. By the way, the echoing's coming from Aubrey.
By the way, the what?
There is some echoing coming from your mic.
From mine?
Yeah.
I've got earphones on.
Oh, yeah. I've seen this happen before. Some computers will just do that. It's really strange.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
That's all right.
Right, okay. What am I looking at here then, Zen?
Did you get it on your Discord?
Yeah. I should be. I'm not looking at the thing. Oh, is it not? It's not displaying, is it? There we go.
I think the title speaks for itself. Apparently, the assisted suicide stuff is becoming organ donation chain. It's quite unsettling.
Becoming?
What, JFC?
Yeah.
This is just, they're saying the quiet part out loud that everyone's kind of known about for the last several years.
If you want to also show the picture that was posted along with this, I've just sent it to you as well.
Right, okay.
The thing is, in Canada here, we amongst the actual right-wing people, we've known about this for a long time.
Yeah.
So they're just admitting what we already knew.
Yeah.
Is Canada one of those places where they're just like, right, if you die, organ donation is not optional?
Oh, probably.
It's already opt out here.
Yeah, I was about to say, or you have to deliberately opt out of it.
Not as far as I know.
Okay.
We're not like the States where you can opt in or opt out or whatnot.
Yeah.
That was why I wanted to ask, because I know some states have become like that.
All I say, JFC, is don't show any signs of depression or being sad. You know,
No.
just keep popping pills.
I don't know. I'm surprised, I would have thought that maybe the injections they give you with the euthanasia, I would have thought that might have been could have caused some damage to organs.
Possibly, I don't know. Really, it depends.
But
on
yeah,
what they do.
I guess they just smother you probably now. Just get the pillow.
It's efficient. It's economical.
And it's cheap, yeah.
I tell you what, that's another reason to drink yourself to death. It's sort of like, if you want them, you're going to have the condition that I'll give you in.
It's so just insane. Like the stories I've heard from that, like just like nurses just negging people until they take the option.
Mhm.
It's unsettling.
I
And
love
I
some
say
of
this as someone who is, in a vacuum in favor of medically assisted suicide. Like I'd rather people can, as the leftists would use the language, have some dignity in it. But
right, I'm with you.
When this is what it's becoming, it's like, well done. You managed to change my mind on one of my more fundamental values.
Well, I mentioned this on Unpopular Opinions before AA talked about it. I mentioned it on Splendid Isolation, but the slippery slope is not a fallacy. It's a very real thing.
Mhm.
And
Yes.
Yeah. Every
no,
time.
in theory, it is. You think about people who have ALS or whatever other diseases that are just terribly awful.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like with our pets, we can end their suffering, but we can't do that for ourselves. But that's the problem. Is it's a very slippery slope. And when you
The
get
moment that there's any incentive for people in
Right.
power, it's
Right.
like, right, okay, now there's problems.
and if you've got the government in charge of it, oh my way.
Yeah.
But this is part of the reason why I'm against assisted suicide, because I know this is where all roads lead. Because
Yeah.
oh, you agree to this? Well, if you move an inch this way, it's no worse. You can let us, because this is how the left operate as well. Sort of like, let these people into the country.
Yeah.
It's only a few of them. Or if
We're
you let
all
these
doing it
few
out
in,
of
you can
empathy.
let a few more in. So
And
what was I?
Oh, I said, and we're all doing this out of empathy.
Yeah.
All
It-
out of our love for the fellow human beings.
On the assisted suicide stuff, I was originally, I was thinking, oh no, people are scaremongering when they're saying, oh, you're just going to encourage people to kill themselves. And then
Yeah.
it happened in Canada, and I
And
realized,
it literally
I
is
was,
happening.
I was wrong.
Anyone who has any sort of health issue or mental health issue, because our healthcare system is so beyond fucked, and it's been so beyond fucked for so long, that's the easy way out. We can't treat people. So how do you ease the burden on the healthcare system?
I think
Well,
the
you
worst
just
part
tell,
is the
tell white people to just kill themselves.
To go back to Moch's story, it's sort of like, you can have an abortion, what is it, safe, rare, and safe, or something.
Safe, legal, and
safe,
rare.
legal, and
That
rare.
was the
Yeah,
deal.
that's
then we
the
had
one. And
then we had 2010's pop feminism, which was shout your abortion.
Yeah, it's sort of like, there's a slippery slope. Now in Britain, it's we can abort up to birth. It's if that isn't signs of the slippery slope is a real thing.
Did you guys see all of the women too that are now shaving their heads in protest against Trump? And remember, they were doing the women weren't sleeping with their husbands.
Wasn't that a flash in the pan?
Right. And they weren't sleeping with their boyfriends or husbands because of Trump being elected. And I just these guys that are with these lefty women, I can't imagine what life's got to be like.
I don't understand it when I hear stories from people where it's just like, oh, we just have to not talk about politics at the dinner table. And I'm like, but then why are you dating them?
Right.
Why are you married to them?
Right.
The thing is, I hate to say it, but most women are left wing. I mean, if you seen that chart about what most women would vote for is basically the Green Party. If we let women vote, essentially,
yeah.
So if you pull that in from the dating pool, chances are, whoever you meet in public, if they're a woman, chances are that they're going to want to vote Green or they're leftist or subverted that way.
You know,
That's why Paul Moch has to beat men off with a stick. Any vague signs of right wingery.
I have made a lot of mistakes in my life. I am so thankful that my girlfriend is not one of them. Literally, we when we met, like one of the first things I just offhandedly mentioned was like, oh yes, I've been. This was back in like 2017, 2018. Just offhandedly. So I watched this guy called Sargon recently. He's making some really good videos, and she goes, "Oh, I watched him too. Bet, we're going on a date tonight." It wasn't that quick, but it was close to that. It was just like right on it.
In fourth grade, I voted in my class for the president that was for the Democratic nominee. And my dad, when I told him that, he sat me down and said, "We're going to have a talk about politics." And he guided me then from there forward, and never looked back.
Yeah, that's the job of a man, to put a woman right.
No, God.
Am I wrong?
Iron Duke says yes.
Women of the right-wing persuasion are very hard to come by. If you're getting a woman who's even like tangentially in this sphere, what you'll often get are older women who have come in through the turf route and are like, you'll eventually find what issue it is they're not actually based on, and then the whole thing falls apart and you realize they were never based at all. They were just right about the gender stuff. And when you're a young woman in this sphere, Rosie Parker recently, that is who I was thinking of, or J.K. Rowling, or a lot of women who were in that sphere.
J.K.
And then you find out
was a fun one because she was like, queen of the left wing for a
she
while.
Was a darling forever.
And then she disagreed on one thing immediately, cast you out.
Okay. I found it quite funny where it was for years we shouted at the left, read another book, when all they would do was frame everything through Harry Potter. The monkey's paw curled, and now we have The Handmaid's Tale.
I've been saying this for years because I am that generation where I literally grew up reading Harry Potter. Harry Potter's what made me based. Harry Potter advocates for the First Amendment, for the Second Amendment, to distrust your government, to distrust the media. If you actually read Harry Potter, it is incredibly based.
You find most stories are based because like left wing stories. Well, you can see Hollywood at the moment.
Yeah.
I just don't think they realise, these writers like J.K. Rowling and all the people who wrote this stuff, how based they have to be when they actually write a story.
You have to be based to have a hero who will fight evil. No, that's just kind of objective. And we're seeing the results of when they're trying to do things other than that, and all stories.
That's why every story is just intergenerational trauma. That's why we don't have Disney princesses anymore. We just have the real villain was my relationship with my mother, which same, but like.
I mean, I was about to say, I can't really disagree with that one, but.
When on our dating stream we mentioned about hobbies that just totally are off-putting.
You want a dating stream?
Well, one thing that's come out of American universities is Muggle Quidditch.
Oh no!
Never been less surprised to see UCLA in a title.
Though the funny thing is, they've had to change the name to Quadball because J.K. Rowling came out as a TERF, and so they had to distance themselves from J.K. Rowling.
Oh my God!
But yeah,
it's the hobby horse posture that kills it for me.
Yeah, you can't make that look cool. It's impossible.
As someone who's been on a fairly embarrassing sports team, even I can't defend this. I was on a korfball team. What's korfball?
Yeah.
No one's heard of it, so I don't need to explain it.
Oh my God.
That sounds familiar. Why does that sound familiar?
Korfball is like the halfway point between like basketball and netball, but it's exclusively played, at least at a university level, by people not good enough for the basketball or netball team. So I fit right in.
Right. Okay.
So what is it? Was it basketball, netball, and there basically no rules to it, so that the people who are shit at it could play it? Is that
No, it's not like
basically-
official rules, and it is played professionally. But at a uni level, no one's going for korfball; they're going for netball or basketball, depending on like male or female. But
This
korfball is
annoys
a
me
mixed
so
sex
much.
sport, so that's how you know it's not taken too seriously. Like the teams are co-ed.
I just don't know
Because the
how
entire
going
point of
between the two.
Quidditch is that it's fantastical and impossible. And then people are like, oh no, but I want to do it in real life. It's like, you can't, you idiots.
That's the point. Yeah. You can't play this in real
like,
life.
okay,
yeah.
but like, okay, maybe one day we will develop like anti-grav technology, and then oh my god, we're gonna have real life Quidditch. But until then, you're just like a prat.
You can tell that was written by someone who doesn't understand sport, because the whole seeker thing. Basically, there's there are two people who can render the entire game mute.
Yeah.
It was written on primary school sports day logic, where the real winners are the kids who aren't athletic, managing to do anything at all. That's the logic on which Quidditch operates.
Well, I kind of get the idea where it's like, okay, in fairness, this thing is the size of a walnut. You need to spot this on a pit, like a 3D pitch, like including the air, like in the middle of the day when you can't see anything and everything's flying. I get that that's like meant to just be some ridiculous, very rare condition, but oh god, it's so dumb.
Let's apply it to the real world. Do the panel remember when England were playing Germany and we won 5-1?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Imagine there was two players from England and Germany, and all they had to do is find something on the pitch, and if they found it, they were the winner. And England had trounced Germany 5-1, and then the German seeker found this thing and won the entire fucking game. Wouldn't that make an entire mockery of the game?
You would, yeah.
I will interject and say I would do Muggle Quidditch if I was on Ali's team here.
You know,
If you were the broom or something.
I've never read Harry Potter. I've never seen any of the movies. I am.
What sort of a millennial are you?
Well, I'm not.
She's not.
Don't tell him, Pike. Don't tell him.
Let's not talk about my age, kids. But this looks like as gay as can be with the brooms. I'm sorry.
Again, it doesn't work in real life. It doesn't work when you're not literally flying.
In the movies, like in the books, right? They're magic, like they can fly,
Yeah,
right?
they actually fly.
So, there's a definite disconnect here.
Yeah, you don't look like a twat on a broom that actually flies.
Oh, you guys, I have to stop for a second. I gotta sign off for a minute. Shit.
Oh, I mean, also, I wonder with Muggle Quidditch, they're mixed gender teams. I mean, is there a quota? No, it could, like if you've got like all guys, are they going to go?
No. Farium, you don't understand. They are struggling to find enough people with interest in this sport, so they've got to let the women play to get the teams up to enough people. I think, oh god, the fact that they have a person who is the snitch. Could you not have gotten a drone? Could you not have someone remote controlling like a little like RC
this was
around?
I think it started it started a while ago, so I think that was trickier then.
Oh god!
Look at it! I mean, look at this.
Pathetic, man.
This guy. Oh, it's over, buddy. It's over, buddy.
I'm a nerd, and this is making me cringe.
I wonder if it's related to Chris Martin from Coldplay.
But yeah. So there's Muggle Quidditch. Oh, and
Jesus.
On the topic of childhood things, if you want joyous, you think. So we have. Can you share, Mercian?
Yep.
So Rotherham, that place where children just thrive, young girls thrive in Rotherham, is the children's capital of culture this year. These are the celebrations. Oh dear God.
Oh.
Oh,
The thing looks like it's melted
I
over
mean-
and it's going to start shooting people.
I mean, this
This-
is another thing about modern society. We can't do art anymore.
no. This is so grim. This is the. Oh, that's so bad. This is the children's
I think-
of culture.
The problem is we can do art nowadays, but it's all the only people who are any good at art are on Twitter drawing really not safe for work things, and they are very good at it. But that's all they're doing because that's where all the money is.
Well, I know the furry artists are upset at AI taking their jobs.
I'm not just talking about furries, but
I mean, is this the god that they offer all the aborted fetuses to?
Oh, this is the new Moloch, the Rotherham Moloch here.
Rotherham Moloch. Is that what all those cushions between its legs represent? It's like all the aborted babies.
Yeah.
What's going on there? What is this?
We had as Rupert here says, reform Britain's first ever.
I've been enjoying the responses to this. I've been enjoying the responses to this.
As a pink-haired woman, I feel I'm being slandered by the existence of this individual because I have seen him everywhere.
It doesn't work for men. Sometimes it can work for women, but it does not work for men ever.
Standard Brighton resident. Yep.
Restore Britain. Are you all right? I think you need to have a little lie down, mate. Have you seen this Rupert Loaf?
No, tell
Have
me.
you seen what he's up to? He wants to deport fucking everyone, mate. He don't even
Mate.
care.
Oh no.
He's like, yeah, get rid of everyone. The only thing he seems to bother about is what the colour of their skin is. He's got this big thing. He's going, all these Pakistani grooming gangs. Here, on, mate.
I hate him.
White people do that shit too, all right? But you
Really?
don't seem to fucking post
Okay,
all over
we can
Facebook
remove
when
them as
they
well.
do it,
How
do you?
many?
And the worst part is he doesn't even care when he gets called a racist. He posts on Facebook all the time going, well, apparently saying this makes me a racist. Oh well. Oh well. Is that what you want to teach children in this country, that that's okay?
I love that he is just
Being
showing
a
up as
racist
highlights.
Yeah.
It's all right. Fucking grow up, mate. Seriously. Being a
Yes.
racist has no fucking place in this country, yeah? This is not a country of
God.
divide. This is not a country of aggression. This is a country of
Yes, it is.
patience, of peace, of community, of acceptance, yeah? So
Yes,
people
and that's
like Rupert
precisely
Lowe,
the
yeah,
problem.
fucking move
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
I see the pendulum has swung between Britain is an evil, racist, colonial power that needs to apologize for its past
Oh,
to
it has to be good.
actually you're the weird one if you don't like Infinity Bawalians.
Oh, it's Schrodinger's British culture. We must both be ashamed and also be proud of it. We must be ashamed of the bad things, but then also we must push the good things because they are the good things.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what a good thing is.
Mm.
Go on, Mochi.
I was like, this entire video is spoken with the cadence of someone who thinks they deserve a spot on a BBC panel show.
Yeah.
Oh.
Honestly, I'm impressed that his mustache isn't also dyed pink.
In this
like I
man's
know
head,
that.
he's on like Mock the Week or something. Like that's who he's
Yeah.
speaking to, not a phone, but a live studio audience.
Yeah.
I bet he plays along with it. You know, I'll bet he'll watch it and he'll talk to them.
Oh God.
I think he must live somewhere. You know that bit between East Anglia and Cambridgeshire and all that. I think he lives around there, judging by his accent, because I know some people who live around there, and he has a very similar accent and cadence to them. So there we go. I'm trying to dox him.
Well, the good Britain that he likes is, of course, this.
Oh God.
Oh.
All of your fast and salars and your good food. Hope he's all
I mean,
enjoy
he's
your
dyed his ginger hair black.
and have a beautiful Ramadan. My wife has helped me.
Oh god, something came out about that where it was actually working out. It's like, yeah, ginger people are way more likely to convert.
Yeah.
That is what we've
Yeah.
seen. Yes.
I mean, it's I mean, it's sad. It's like really, they sort of see, they see Islam as it's just always portrayed to them as this wonderful thing, and so now you're getting this.
It's probably just like the classic thing of like if someone's been bullied their whole life, they're gonna easily swap out of the culture that bullied them. It happens with gingers, and it happens with autistic people. With autistic people, if they get like made fun of like when they're like young and they don't like have a very good opinion of themselves, they're way more likely to transition. I've seen this happen with multiple friends of mine I grew up with who were never very confident people. And then with ginger people, if they get mocked like a lot for like just how they look, then they're just gonna be like, right, sod it. I don't care about any of you. I'm gonna go anywhere I can have power.
The thing is, they look like an average sort of Essex couple to me.
Yeah.
If you take away the Islamic garb, I mean,
she's got all that fucking
She's
shit
got
on her
the
lips.
fish lips, absolutely.
Yeah.
As the resident expert of Essex people, adds one. Yes.
Yeah. The fake tans. Ugh.
What I find fascinating about this is that, like, the white women wearing the hijab, that's not a new phenomenon. That's been around since, like, the sort of end of the Occupy Wall Street days. It's now progressed far enough into the culture that it's gone from just, like, progressive virtue signaling white women desperate to be at, like, the height of it. That's sort of what we're getting with like I always pronounce this word wrong, the keffiyeh at the moment that people are wearing to virtue signal that they support Palestine. We have now evolved that instead of just the most like the most progressive white woman, it's come to the rest of the culture. We're getting random dudes who look like they should serve your burgers doing it.
Yeah.
This
I mean,
man
he's not
should
even
be at
ginger.
the pub on a Saturday asking me the price of an Estrella, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, how do we deal with these people? They just need beatings.
How expensive are the Clockwork Orange chairs and projectors? do we know?
I've got a story about that later.
I thought we might.
Wow. That's a very obscure thing to have a story about.
So on that, we had this in Kent. Matthew Collings, drawings against genocide exhibitor at Joseph Wells Studio Margate slammed as anti-Semitic. And so there's this person in Margate, and do I have the thing? Yeah. Sunday Telegraph columnist Zoe Shrimple visited an exhibition yesterday. She was left shaking after witnessing pieces on show. They include a piece of an Israeli Defense Forces soldier with a Star of David between their legs, standing over what appears to be a blood and a human skull. Another features an image of Donald Trump and the words "Thinking Epstein" and a swastika and a Star of David.
Well, I mean, that is a little bit offensive in a few different ways. I mean, to me as an American, even.
Does she have it here? I think. Oh, maybe it's in this tweet here.
It's a little unnecessary. For the
it's so here's her tweet, and she goes, shot by the use of Nazi imagery, pasted around figures meant to be Israeli and the Jewish lobby spewing blood, to say nothing of blonde yummy mummies wearing "Globalize the Intifada" shirts. yeah, this is the thing. This is just a bunch of.
Right. Thanks very much.
Yeah, just a bunch of white people all signaling, "Oh yes, death to the IDF, don't you know? Oh, look at this shit drawing that I did. Oh, I'm so sophisticated."
God.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff you'd see on what's that one Islamic TV show, TV channel? The really famous one.
Oh, Memory.
Yeah, it looks like the kind of thing you'd see kids drawing on Memory TV.
I just posted a meme from that in the memes. Yeah.
Is it the legally
the
distinct
beatings.
Maurice Mouse?
It's the beatings one.
Oh yeah, that one too.
But of course, if we're not good Muslims like that last guy, this is what happens to us.
Yes.
Yeah, and wait for it.
Oh
Oof.
God.
Oh,
Jesus.
there we go. He got his neck impaled on the spike of the fence.
Oh God.
I think it's mostly his chin.
I'm assuming he died.
No, it was just
No.
Really
a flesh thing.
I,
Yeah,
I feel like I'm the only person
you
on this panel who.
you see the flap there of the skin hanging
I'd
off.
rather not.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's
that.
I feel like you might need to edit this out for the VOD. Like
there's nothing graphic there. It's too blurry.
Do you guys remember that cartoon that I just had like this little flashback to it that it was this is my terrible impersonation that's gonna like piss all of you guys off, but it was like, well, you know, my name is Simon and I like to do drawings. Do you remember that? That's
No.
my best that's literally how it sounds, but it's you guys don't know what I'm talking about?
I have no
It
clue.
was like some little it was this little Simon guy that would do little drawings, and he would well, that was as British as it got over here for American television when I was a kid, I guess. That was my best accent too, by the way.
Well, the BBC have noticed.
That felt really
noticed us.
Oh God, yeah, this.
It looks like Bitlock got hold of those Home Office documents via Freedom of Information request. He made a total of 9 requests during his time in prison.
9 Freedom of Information requests.
It sounds like Whitlock had it in for the Home Office.
He accused the government of undocumented migrants.
But they do. But they do that.
I love that they think that 9 is a lot.
Yeah, like because people point out that this is like restores Lewis Brackpool seems to be the inspiration. He does 9 every day.
Something of an obsession for the lad.
Whitlock's 4chan account.
I mean, you don't have
4chan account. The hacker known as 4chan. Love it.
I've got to wonder how much of this is also motivated by how 4chan has just been refusing to do anything that Ofcom demands.
I think it could be that, but the way they refer to it as like an account throughout, part of me wonders like I feel like this was written with Twitter in mind, but they didn't want to get sued into oblivion by Musk because he probably would if it went viral enough. So they were like, let's just play it safe. Let's go with 4chan instead.
Well,
even though we don't know how the site works.
They claim this next bit got him kicked off 4chan. I don't think it would.
No.
Because sending you the post that got him kicked off the platform.
That no.
Our history books say the last land invasion of England was 1066. Now, in actual fact, the last land invasion of England was yesterday morning.
I love that it's portrayed some horrifying
undocumented male.
statement.
What is
Like,
this
they're all looking at the
aspect
cameras.
ratio beyond anything else? Like, why is it filmed like that?
Okay, so apparently this is that. So the Freedom of Information requests is clearly based on Lewis Brackpool, but apparently this is based on someone called Lumar, who does do videos like this on Twitter.
Lander, you mean?
Lander.
Is that what it is? Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of him before.
British Lander does the videos of like him walking in a field. No, I was just commenting on the aspect ratio. It's the iPhone photograph aspect ratio, but for the video, which is
I have seen that making a comeback these days. To be fair,
I've seen S49 do those videos as well, like walking in the field. It's not just like Lander made it the most popular, but he's usually got a border collie and everything as well. Where's his dog? Where's his dog?
Lander's videos are also tame.
They can't show him with a dog in the BBC. It'll make him too likable.
Well, no, the BBC are making an American Pitbull, and an American Pitbull XL thing, whatever it is.
Then it finishes this show with he's got a rifle and he's got a scope on the child in the dinghy, and it's like, but then they rush in and stop him just in time. But what about the fucking illegals just turning up in the boat? Where's the police to stop them?
Oh, you don't understand. There's women and children. They need help.
Do you if MI5 are tracking us, what do you think if they're having this big meeting? It's sort of like,
I hope so.
Oh my God, Mercy's just posted another Subaru meme with a Slav woman.
We had they are wonderful, how would we work without this brilliant asset to our economy? And then, I like your little lawn ornament there. I think I'll be taking that. Off you go. just walks up with their lawn ornaments.
Of all the things to steal.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Wonderful. We had.
I will say, like demographics aside, just like from my experience, delivery drivers are getting so bad in this country.
Yeah,
like it's becoming a real problem, and I understand that a lot of that is the companies over them putting like unreasonable like expectation on them, but at the same time, like the people doing those jobs need to start getting better. You need like.
Mm-hmm.
I keep hearing it's like, oh yeah, they'll just say they tried to deliver and you weren't in, and then they'll knock off. And it's like, well, don't do that.
Yeah.
Could you please?
Zen's attack on SJJ confirmed.
Who?
Amazon delivery driver. Yeah. Well, also, I think for this stream, because we have just way too much estrogen, need to stand up for men. So, a man carrying a baby carrier in one hand defeated a woman in tennis.
He's holding a baby carrier. He's winning.
And he still wins.
that kind of.
And he's carrying the baby.
Seems a little bit responsible. Like
I
tennis
imagine
balls.
there's not an actual
quite
baby
hard.
in there.
Oh, okay. Oh my life.
Aw, poor girl. But the best example of why men are great is this one. So we have a group of men and a group of women go to an island.
To get to the island, the women have no choice but to swim to the shore in the clothes they're wearing.
No dry clothes and no fire. So we have to be sticks. Don't think about it. Just one by one.
We'll just cuddle each other tonight.
With light running out fast, the women are no closer to finding a beach to set up camp.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
It's right near me.
No, I broke a nail.
Though potentially deadly to humans, a crocodile of this size could provide tens of thousands of calories for the women, who have barely eaten in days. The women decide to walk away from this potentially life-saving feast.
That is dinner, yeah. That is our dinner. Bastards got close, Fanny. He's not scared of us.
You're in. Here we go, puppy dog. Yes. Go.
Okay.
Actually wrapping up.
We can't eat because we have no fire. We have nothing to drink because we can't boil it to purify it and sterilize it.
Just the onslaught.
The women have circled back to Coconut Beach for a second time. The women have now been without water for more than 48 hours, and they are dangerously dehydrated.
I feel really drained.
Honestly, keep holidays.
Yeah.
Just mentioned for a grand old time.
That's what I'm saying. It's like this isn't even a challenge. They're just having fun.
Yeah.
After almost 2 weeks without a meal, the group is at the point of starvation. If they don't eat soon, there's a genuine risk their organs will start to shut down.
Is this the one where, like, eventually producers had to blatantly, like, leave, like, a supply drop for the women to, like, eat? I remember
Maybe.
hearing about this once where it's like
just
there was one of
know.
these shows, and then the women just stumbled upon like a cache of like supplies for them.
Well, we've
You
got.
just know, when the producers were coming up with this idea for this TV show, they were thinking, "Oh, the women will just show the men.
Yeah.
We won't have
Yeah.
to get involved. The women will just show the men up, and the men will just fight amongst themselves. It would be like Lord of the Flies, and we can show how good women are. You know, that's what the producers thought.
Then how it ends.
Call the Maggie!
Oh,
Yeah.
my life.
Yeah. And those guys, they were just having such good time.
They were having a gap year.
Yeah.
My God, I think we've lost Aubrey. I think she's having
Yeah,
technical
she couldn't cut it.
difficulties.
She's died of dehydration. Sorry.
Rest in peace, Aubrey.
We had new news. Jeffsy mentioned this. We've got the global happiness index was updated this year.
Boy.
Yes.
Yeah. Finland #1. All the Scandinavians doing well. Costa Rica, surprise, jump into 4th place. So we've got Finland #1, Iceland 2, Denmark, Costa Rica, Sweden, Norway, Netherlands,
Israel.
Israel are #8. I think it's just because they're getting everything they want politically.
It is wild that while people are launching missiles into your country,
Yeah.
you're still one of the happier countries. in the world.
I do have a question of that map. If you look at that map, and you see all the colour codes and everything, how come there isn't like a black hole over the Midlands where I live specifically?
It's averaged out. You're bringing the average down, Mercy. And God.
Oh
damn it.
right, okay. So everyone else is like Santa at
Yeah.
Disneyland getting laid, and then it's
Yeah.
me. Oh, got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, Israel, Luxembourg, Switzerland, New Zealand, Mexico, Ireland, Belgium.
Australia.
Yeah, Australia number
there we are.
15. We are 29.
Canada's 25th.
I'm really
Yeah.
sorry for dragging the average down, guys. Sorry.
I'm honestly surprised we're that high up, to be honest.
Yeah, that's the
We
thing.
used to be
Like,
much higher.
I've got
Oh,
to say,
Canada
it's all
was
the middle classes, pulling us up with the fancy wine parties.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, as much as we complain, I mean, most of the world. I mean, look how shit most of the world is. Afghanistan is the least happy. So
That makes sense.
we need,
That makes
we
sense,
need-
to be fair.
So to fix that, we need to let them all into the country. Thank you, Robert.
Yeah,
Jenrick.
and then they'll become happy then.
Yeah.
Yes, I see how that works. Yeah. So anywhere that's unhappy, we need to bring them into happier places.
Yeah. That fixes them. So that's the plan. So it's like the thing, like as much as we complain, I mean, we could be all these other places. But
you say we could be all these other places. I would argue in the towns and cities.
Well, I don't think this woman's happy. Birmingham Nan's hell as rat carcasses leak through bungalow ceiling.
Of course, it's Birmingham.
Birmingham's been a good week, this one. Birmingham's
Do you look for Birmingham news, by the way?
Birmingham grandmother's living hell as rat infestation leaves carcasses leaking through ceiling. A Birmingham grandmother has described her daily hell living with a severe rat infestation as they left decomposing carcasses leaking through her bungalow ceiling. Carol Parton, 62, the one white woman left in Birmingham still, has been battling. You see, the rats, even the rats are fleeing to civilization in Birmingham, has been battling the pest problem at a Manston Road property in Sheldon for 3.5 years, claiming Birmingham City Council has failed to resolve the issue despite numerous visits from pest control teams.
How hard is it to deal with a rat infest? You just put poison down?
Yeah, yeah. Seal up. You got to seal up some of the entrances as well if they're sort of getting into the roof.
Although you know, classic thing to point out: where are her family? Can her kids / grandkids not come round and help out?
No.
But no, council do everything.
Yeah. This is living in hell and nobody's helping us, said Mrs. Parton, who lives in the one-bedroom council bungalow with her husband. The infestation has seriously impacted the couple's health, with Mrs. Parton believing she contracted Weil's disease after fluids from decomposing rats seeped through her ceiling during the pandemic. She suffered grey skin and purple lips before being treated by a GP.
Bloody hell.
The rats have invaded every part of the property, including loft, wall cavities, kitchen and bathroom, with one council worker allegedly telling her they'd never seen so many rat holes underneath the property.
That is quite horrifying, to be fair. But, like...
It is massively rat infested. And I'm not saying it's got anything to do with demographics and the rubbish piles being left everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking as someone who has snakes, that's not going to do much. A snake can eat one a month. Like, rats are big.
It's just like Jude said, get a cat because like they play with them.
Well, in fairness, as she points out, the problem is their corpses. It's not like
dying in the ceiling and leaking through.
Horrifying.
Nasty.
Or a terrier dog, that they were bred to take out rats.
Well, you just need to get your family just need to come around and sort it out. You know.
Mercian, they can't get rid of Mercian in Birmingham. Council announces eviction date as travellers move to Birmingham Park again. They tried to clear out the gypsies. They put some concrete blocks in to try and stop the gypsies getting into the park.
Did they steal the concrete blocks?
Well, no, the sneaky bastards. They realised we can just go around the concrete blocks, and so they did.
My God!
Oh no!
Imagine.
So gypsies are back in Birmingham.
The traveler's just looking at the camera like, I'm going to do what's called a pro gamer move.
Yeah.
Go around.
Yeah. So everyone's all upset. Like, we can't take our kids to the park now because of the gypsies. Yep.
I've got two Aubrys in the green room, and neither one of them can come on.
I was just going to say, of all of the invading demographics, the gypsies aren't the worst.
They're pretty bad.
They're bad, but they're not the worst, is my point. I'll take them over others.
I have said on other streams, do you think we can weaponize the gypsies?
Yeah.
What's this?
The best that other ethnic groups ever gave us was like food or Chinatown. The gypsies gave us Snatch. That's all I'm going to say.
And what I've learned from Snatch, there's nothing harder than a gypsy. The harder than a coffin nail as it's put by Turkish.
Yeah. What's the director? Guy Ritchie. He loves his gypsies.
Oh yeah. I'm really looking forward to his Gentleman series. Series 2 is going to come out August this year.
I have been watching season 1 of that whenever I go around my grandparents with them. I think we're halfway through it, so I do know that they do have a quite prominent role in that.
Yeah.
But I often think about the all of the characters from I don't know if people here have read Northern Lights or the Golden Compass, as it's called.
I know that. Yeah,
they're quite prominent in that as well.
Well, that's a really subversive. That's a very subversive series, though, isn't it?
Yep.
Is it?
Yeah.
The Northern Lights is kind of the original of just like, oh, God's written as the villain. Daring today, aren't we?
That was a long time ago. It was released. That was when it wasn't literally every story.
Yeah, but it's like the Richard Dawkins writes a book.
I like those books. They're quite cool.
Yeah.
It's one of the earliest multiverse stories as well, if you think about it.
Some good good Midlands news. See if you agree. The scenic town of the Malverns has been considered the top spot in the Midlands. Do you agree, Mercian?
So I was reading something. What's happening?
The Malverns has been declared the top spot in the Midlands.
Yeah, it's a nice spot. Yeah. It's not in the West Midlands county, so almost definitely.
Yeah, not all awful there.
Well, no, I mean, there's the West Midlands region, which includes Shropshire, Worcestershire, Staffordshire, Warwickshire, and Derbyshire, I suppose.
What about Himley?
That's actually in Staffordshire. It's not actually part of Dudley. It's a weird place. Terrible attempt at an accent, JFC. I should put you down for that. I should be like that Marine last week and punch you in the face for that. But yeah. It's like anywhere else in this country. You stay away from the big cities, and you're good.
It's lovely places, yeah. And we also lost a loyal viewer. My son was groomed by the far right at school. This is what every parent needs to know. Mum Sarah Hardy thought her son John was being a typical stroppy teenager when he began to spend more time in his bedroom, became rude and disrespectful, and stopped hanging out with his old school pals. The one day she followed him when he went out and discovered he was taking part in a protest organized by the extreme far right, singing racist songs with pride on his face. It broke my heart, said Sarah. Within weeks,
I wonder what songs. We don't have
Auslander House.
Auslander House is perfect.
That
in a
probably
perfect
actually
accent too.
probably.
Oh, it's such a banger, that song. Within weeks, her lad had been referred to Prevent, the oft-maligned Home Office-backed initiative designed to root out extremist beliefs and prevent terrorism. Now both she and her son John are working to try and highlight the risks and help other parents and young people avoid the traps of extremism. I ended up scared of my own son, admits Sarah, who now works as a family support worker for the organization Exit Hate.
Wait. I need to show you something. I need to send you something quickly. I'll get the actual article up. But I got this from a tweet. Breaking, folks, breaking. I'll send it to you, Tharian, since you're already shown something. I'll wait for it to go up before I say more. But breaking, lads, they've got him.
The Big Chungus?
Big Chungus is far right.
Big Chungus, racist meme coins, Nigel Farage's cameos are rife with the language of the online far right.
Big Chungus is far right, boys. They got him.
Oh my god. Just, I mean...
Of all the things to use as an example, Big Chungus.
Big Chungus. What a twat. Okay.
I don't know what the actual article goes into, but just the fact that that's what they highlight is Big Chungus is now far right, folks.
Yeah.
So no, Iron Duke's got it. He was probably singing Rule Britannia. That's a good point, actually.
Yeah. So back to our story. For John, the first seemingly innocent moment came when he was 14 and a friend showed him a meme on his phone which pressed people to share a post about army veterans living on the streets. This is true.
Oh, no.
My uncle had been in the armed forces and had mental health problems when he came home. I thought the government wasn't helping him, said John. He went on to discover...
reasonable, worry to have.
Yeah. He went on to discover more posts aimed against Muslims, particularly, and began to dig deeper and getting sucked into misinformation masquerading as facts. What, like that Muslims are being housed in army barracks?
What was the misinformation, Birmingham Live? Tell us so that we can fact check it.
Recruiters, that's us, started to speak to him direct online, telling him that it was his job to protect his family and prepare for the coming race war and to prevent a takeover.
Okay, I may have jumped too quick at that one, but it is your duty to protect your family. Very true.
Exploitation of children was being done by people of one faith in particular, he was told. And he needed to act.
But by the way, as a recruiter, and this is to everyone in the chat, I will post some coordinates. There you will find an envelope and await further instruction from there.
Where we lived in the northwest England, it wasn't a massively diverse community. It's right; it's not very diverse up there. And one of his best friends from young was a Muslim girl. He mixed with people of all backgrounds. He had lots of friends and was very outgoing. But from the age of about 14, he started spending more time in his room. Well done. Read the messages, John.
Average 14-year-old.
I remember thinking it was a really good thing, and that at least I knew where he was and he was safe. As a parent, you're constantly fearful and observant about substance abuse, alcohol abuse, gun crime, knife crime, bullying, sexual exploitation.
Gun crime?
By who?
In England?
By who? In some of these more diverse areas, yeah, it's happening.
Yes.
But how often there were conversations about children being exposed to radicalization, extremism? Not enough, I don't think. So the previously positive relationship between mum and son began to fall apart increasingly as he grew older.
Yep.
And
this all just sounds like a story about me, to be honest. I'm sorry. Like, just shifted from Birmingham to Newcastle, and this is basically me.
Yeah. The turning point came when John was at college. He had turned 17. Out of the blue, he announced he was going to a local football match with some friends. I was elated to see him going to football, hopefully meeting up with some old friends. But when he came home and he told me he'd actually been to a demonstration and he'd been detained by the police, he was only telling me because the police might knock on the door. John will not go into details of what he'd been demonstrating about, but the more I pushed him, the more angry he got. He was vile in the way he spoke to me. I was actually scared of him at this point. So when John announced he was going to another event a distance away, Sarah offered to take him. She told her son she would drop him off nearby and go shopping and then collect him after. I mean, this is a bit late.
She's actually trying to be a good parent. She's supporting him while trying to help him out. And as it says, he starts being nice to her because he appreciates it.
On the drive over, he was engaging with me more, and he had been then he'd been almost 2 years. He was respectful, glad of the lift, and really excited. After dropping him off, Sarah parked nearby. She saw her son walk up to a big crowd, some very respectfully dressed. Oh, good heavens, the sign of the far right, dressing well. And within a few minutes, they started marching. I could hear him singing racist slurs and a look of pride, which I will never forget. Adelad, John. Good, John.
This is the Amelia game we played.
Yeah.
Remember?
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Literally.
Where is the cute goth girl that's seduced
Right.
into this life?
And she couldn't go, so she sends him in her place.
Oh my life.
I was mortified, horrified, and mostly heartbroken at how proud he was of himself. In the ensuing argument back home, Sarah says of him, I thought there was a good chance that he could physically attack me from the day he started to being very vocal about his opinions in person and online.
This
People
sounds
had a bad.
like the exact stuff that was happening in. Do you know you guys know about Hugh Anthony?
Yeah. Oh, that video. Yeah.
This sounds like that.
You might need to fill me in. I've not heard of this.
Do you remember the guy who was kicked out by his parents, and he was recording it, and his dad comes and calls him a parasite?
I don't know. I haven't heard about this one.
Oh, well, he'd become he's kind of like a right-wing blogger sort of thing.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and
He
his
styles
parents.
himself as British Nick Fuentes.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah. But yeah, and then he's records it, and his mum's crying, phoning the police. And then his dad comes up. Yeah.
I'll bet it's the classic thing if the dad didn't really care, but the mum's crying, so he's got to step in.
Oh, the dad hated him. The dad it was like, you parasite, what have you become, you racist piece of shit, sort of thing.
I've spoken to Hugh Anthony. Apparently, his dad's not even a massive leftist. He's just a basic pitch Tory, which just makes that video so much funnier to me.
Yeah. I mean, but Tory, left wing, yeah.
Yeah.
Very encoded.
I got lots of unhelpful advice. He needs a slap. He needs talking to. Don't let him out. Lock him in. I just did not know where to turn. I thought about speaking to the police, but his details were already in record, and I didn't want to get him into trouble and jeopardize his future. I thought about going into college and asking for help, but he's already in trouble for his behavior.
Oh,
So he's
God.
hanging on by a shoestring there. I'm glad now that soon after he had an outburst in college, one of the teachers there had done the prevent training and realized he was displaying massive red flags.
She's played the Amelia game.
Yeah.
She's played the game.
Yeah.
Yes.
She did a referral to prevent, and through the channel panel, intervention was set up. Thank goodness.
I'm sorry, but it is the job of a parent. I feel for this woman being a single mom, and like her son is bigger than her and all of that. But like it starts at home, people.
Well,
Watch your kids.
yeah. Well,
know what your kids are doing.
I'm fully
if
on
they're
John's
staying in
side.
the room all the time, then
Yeah,
go
that's the
and
thing,
look
I'm
in their
like-
room.
Well done,
I'm
John.
I still don't see him having done anything like considerably wrong.
John's in the right. John cares about
No,
his
I don't
people.
either.
I'm relating to this young lad quite a lot.
But, I mean, it
Uh,
depends on what kind of like place he's at, what kind of rally he's
Well,
attending. I
okay,
guess.
the fact that she said all the people were respectfully dressed, I guarantee it's going to have been
It's
like
young Republicans or whatever your side is.
a
Not
Restore
Republicans,
Britain
but-
rally,
right.
effectively.
Right.
But so then John went through nearly 3 months of one-to-one sessions.
Oh god.
Oh God.
Oh,
This
the
is-
struggle sessions.
Yeah.
This is the Clockwork Orange.
You love
Yep.
Big Brother, don't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
You love the BBC, both types. During that during that time, he shut down all his social media channels, cut himself off from his recruiters. We miss you, John, and began the process of rebuilding his life and beliefs. If I'm honest, it took some years to rebuild and repair our relationship. Just beat him into a nothing little pulp of a man who will go along with whatever we tell him.
Oh Christ.
I mean, what if it was like ISIS though? You know, they're recruiting gangs. Then you would feel differently,
Sure. But I
Yeah,
highly
but
doubt
the-
it was. They don't dress respectfully.
right? They don't dress respectfully in suits.
Prevent aren't interested in them.
We're getting hung up on that one detail, guys.
It's an important detail though.
Oh,
It's how they present themselves.
hey.
Prevent aren't interested in him. John now works for Small Steps CIC, an organization which provides training about radicalization and extremism, including delivering workshops for schools and colleges. Oh, insufferable.
And he's miserable.
What's our message to our recruits? Sort of like get a border collie and go walk in the countryside and speak your mind.
Yeah.
It's like so dangerous.
A rally car, you know, Subaru
Mm-hmm.
Impreza. That's all I think about, according to Mercian.
Well, you're saying it.
You guys, he was
my
trying to make me
advice-
watch these like 8-minute videos about the cars, like because he thinks that I will really appreciate them then.
Yeah.
My advice to you all is hide your power levels, especially before you turn it. I mean, honestly, people probably shouldn't be watching these before they turn 18. Honestly, like
No,
Yes, they should.
The whole sleeper thing, but
Well, and then Sarah goes, people think the kids will all be from poor white families on estates, and they will be a certain genders and class, and the parents must be extremist or racist. That's not the case at all. Many of the parents I work with are professors, doctors, teachers, nurses, and not remotely racist or bigoted. It can really happen to anyone. All it takes is one vulnerability. Children with neurodiversity or learning difficulties are particularly targeted by groomers and those who are looking for friends. Oh, we'll be your friend, John. The extreme right.
Sorry.
The extreme far rights are always waiting for an opportunity to jump in and turn events that happen into an opportunity to exploit and manipulate people, whether it's world events or something that's happened locally. Hey guys.
Well, look, Miss. Why aren't you
did
worrying
come
about the things that
around
are
to
happening locally?
Yeah. Hey guys, you know all these rapes and stabbings. Not good,
Maybe
is
you
it?
should be concerned about that.
Noticing any patterns with who's doing it.
Well, yeah, no, but if you think about like our underlying message outside of our name, all our positive messages like get a dog, take plenty of walks, get yourself a wife, have a family. Oh,
Yeah.
it's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
But I mean, these are the things you worry about if you've got like a girl and you worry about, you know, I mean, take this
Well, again,
away. Obviously,
this
this story is about our side being the bad guys, labeled the bad guys, but this is what you do have to worry about for your kids. You know, if you put in her place, worrying
this is the
about
thing,
a
it's like
child sex
when you're
offender.
that age, like it's difficult. But as much as I made the joke of hide your power level, genuinely don't. Like just be polite. That is the thing I think that more people should learn, is to how to debate their things while staying reasonable and polite. That is the thing to remember.
Always
You
try and
mean
come across as
dealing
charming.
with teenagers?
Everyone, when you're talking about the problems that about your like ideals, about the things that you're concerned about, keep yourself looking like the reasonable one, because you are. And I
don't
know
think
that's
going to work with a lot of teenagers, though.
well, and that's true. I say this as someone who was a teenager and who, even now to this day, a decade later, I still get very irritable if someone's being annoying as hell shit when I'm trying to have a conversation with them. But you've got to learn. You've got to teach yourself to stay reasonable and polite while having these conversations, and that's how like it's good for your own health as well. Like, don't just think about it as, this is how I stop these people hurting. This is how you keep yourself in a good mind space.
I think probably the at-risk kids are not being raised by maybe parents that are as healthy as your mindset, though. Typically so.
No, again, I speak as someone who very much had a parent who any conversation would turn it into an argument, and you've got to learn you've got to learn ways to like disconnect from that and teach yourself these things.
Right.
Well, the signs to look out for if you want your if you want to make sure your child becomes far right: isolation, distancing from old friends and family, and abandoning previous hobbies. This is just normal growing up.
Yeah.
This also sounds like signs to look out for your child being groomed into being transgender.
All that's good grooming.
I would never, unless they're furry, I would never encourage someone to give up on their old hobbies.
Yeah, but like kids, like they do a bit for a bit, then they get bored of that. Try something else.
I was going to say, you do just move on from old hobbies. That is a normal part of life.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So,
I just see this as from such a different viewpoint, because I think of like little girls or even boys that are being like groomed. And if you look at it that way, and I'm talking about like pedophilia, groomed. Yeah.
Well, that's good grooming, though, according to these people.
That's true. On the left, yeah.
Yeah.
Being secretive about online activity, using anonymous browsers / the spooky dark web.
Oh my god, I really wish they'd not conflate those two things. It's like, oh no, he's using a VPN to hide what he's doing. No, I just don't want like people online to get my data. No, you're on the dark web.
Listen, these are people who don't understand the difference between like a VPN, incognito mode, Tor, and like the fucking Silk Road. You know?
No. I will give them this. If your kid has Tor on their computer, you should check that. You should absolutely be concerned.
If they have what? Porn? Did you say?
Tor.
Oh, Tor.
If your kid has Tor on their computer, absolutely, that's a reason to be concerned.
Listen, for a while, it was the only way you could read kiwi fonts in this country.
That's fair. That's a whole other problem.
You got ideological shifts, adopting rigid extreme views and becoming unwilling to engage with different perspectives. Well, they're all retarded, the different perspectives, so I don't need to engage with them.
It is always good to engage with them because it teaches you to remember what they think. You don't want to think about them as a stereotype. You want to think about actually what they are like. And if anything, that makes you more extreme is genuinely hearing what these people think.
Yeah. Anger and aggression, expressing an obsessive, angry desire for change, or adopting an us versus them mentality.
Again, try to keep off the anger and be reasonable. Just be like, no, this is the correct thing that we should be doing.
I love
Matter of
how these
fact.
bullet points are basically like, if your teenager becomes angry, changes their style of dress, or gets new friends, they're being indoctrinated into the far right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or language, uses inappropriate language. If your teenager starts swearing, something which has never been documented in the entirety of human history.
Oh no! Repeating scripted phrases. Oh, the left would never do that.
Yeah.
Is your male teenager getting a low voice and a spotty face? Could be far right influence.
We got symbolism using symbols like Big Chungus. New networks associated with news, secretive or extremist groups. Join the Anglo Gang or other online in person. Then appearance. Drastic changes in appearance, such as new clothing styles that align with extremist groups. What, like smart suits that you mentioned earlier.
No, but even if you think about this from a completely a normal teenager, oh no, he's dyed his hair, he's slicked his hair back, he's clearly becoming an extremist.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, if they start wearing the Muslim garb,
yes,
yeah,
that would be a concern.
If they start dressing like an attorney or a businessman, I'm not sure you have to be as concerned.
Yeah.
You know what, Birmingham Live? What if your son starts wearing dresses, high heels, starts putting on makeup? Should I be concerned about that drastic change in appearance?
What would you guys do?
That's pretty drastic.
What would you guys do if that was your son?
I know there was one. There's a few stories of where that's been happening with kids, and the parents just go, "Okay, we're moving. We're going to a new school. We're taking you out of this school," and the kid. So they take them out, and the kids just drop it because there's often something at the schools who are encouraging them to do that.
Well, I mean, meme. I know we're all enjoying some memes to cope with this, but memes aside, I would just be like, okay, do whatever. The moment that it becomes I'm actually a woman, it's like, right, no, you're not.
I think you do have to stamp down on that pretty quick.
The thing is, mate, is I live right next to Scotland, so kilts are kind of just a thing.
Yeah, just an example. Yeah.
So I think that's the thing is my attitude's always been an actual centrist mindset. It's look, whatever. The moment that you start actually lying to yourself about who you are, that's where I would step in. Just be no, take care of yourself. Believe in who you are. Don't confuse yourself like this. But if you want to muck about and wear a dress, I couldn't care less.
I did also hear one dad whose child was starting to get like that. And then he turned up to school.
He came to school in a dress himself.
Dressed in a wig and going, "Oh, hello."
Oh my God. How embarrassing.
That knocked it out. Yeah. that beat it out of his son.
Actually, you know what I would do? I would start acting like the father of a daughter. I would just be like, right, well, you're wearing a reasonable dress. It will be past the knees. I'd get a tape measure out and measure how long the dress is. You'll be wearing a reasonable dress. Thank you very much. And I think that would also be a good way to put him off. Just right, fine, I'll wear shorts.
I think though that parents have, if your son is doing that in that kind of situation, or your child is with transgenderism, I think we agree, at least from what we've discussed before, that there's some kind of an underlying issue. So you get them into therapy. But
I wouldn't trust a therapist.
Well, then with a minister, there's some kind of underlying issue, is what I'm saying. There's something unhealthy.
I would if he was there, I would sit down and just be like, why do you think like that?
I'm guessing there's trauma. So whether you want to do the therapy yourself as a parent, that's fine. Whatever.
Absolutely.
And you don't even have to call it therapy. But like my a neighbor girl, she started, she was in 6th grade. She started wearing the dog collar thing around her neck, and the guys were calling at school were calling her a bitch, and she's just getting into middle school,
6th
right?
grade.
Right.
That's
and so
12, right?
Right, exactly. 11 turning 12. And so the thing is that what I was trying to tell the mom was that because she was like, well, she asked us, well, if this is who I am, why should I have to change who I am to make everybody else happy? And she was like, well, that's true, honey. You should be able to be an individual. And I said, no. It's about protecting her for the next, like, however many years she's got left in school, to not be called a bitch and a slut and a whore and for the rest of her entire, school career, because she's too young to understand it right now. So,
Yeah.
there's situations like that where you have to step up and be the parent and do what's right for the kids, because sometimes self-expression isn't the healthiest.
No, absolutely. That's
But
why I was
but I
saying it's
take
like,
your situations that you were talking about, that was a little different.
yeah, but that's why I'm saying I'd be like, I'm not gonna stop them from expressing themselves, but I'm gonna say that they do it in a reasonable manner. You will wear a nice dress. You will wear a one that is not too ridiculous. And then I think that sometimes they do just need to get this out of their system.
Right.
At times, like
it nearly always, if you just let nearly all of them, if they're just left to it, will age out of it.
It's like the daughter dating a boy that you don't really like that much. The minute you tell her not to, it's gonna push them together more, right? You let them like get it out of their system, unless it goes to an extreme.
Yeah, I mean, it is always a case by case basis. Everything needs to be approached from a different. But that is the thing, is that as someone who was a teenager, as we all have been, nothing makes you want to do something more than your parents saying not to do it. So my mindset is like, right, fine, I will make sure that you're doing this in a way that doesn't hurt you. Go on then, I'll be here. And eventually they will come back. If you're a good parent, if you can show them that you're a parent that cares about them. I believe that generally, because like I have known a few people who ended up transing over the years. All of them always terrible relationship with their parents.
Yeah,
it's
they're
always the case.
At risk.
I mean, the thing is, you never want to go to so far that you become Joseph Fritzl. That's
no, exactly.
Yeah. But the good thing, if the Greens win, they want softer laws for terror suspects.
Oh, obviously.
So I might get off for reading Lord of the Rings. He might not arrest me. Greenbaugh want to weaken police powers to detain terror suspects.
Jesus,
Brilliant.
Why?
Brilliant, Zach.
Actually, aren't all terrorists on the right wing? So this could play out good for
exactly.
us guys.
Yeah. We're gonna he's gonna let me read Lord of the Rings.
I swear the Green Party feel like a shit test. They're just like, we're just going to do every unreasonable thing that they can think of, and people keep it. You still want this? Okay, all right then. It's like, oh god.
But imagine you're the SNP, right? You're so in Scotland. You're thinking, who can we get to vote for us? What is a really strong demographic of SNP voters? SNP to give mentally ill criminals the right to vote.
Wait, do mentally ill criminals lose the vote?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, you're locked up in an insane asylum. So
all right, I guess that makes sense. They can't leave to go.
I mean, you're talking about mentally ill criminals. So if they've committed a felony, yes, but not if they're just in a mental hospital.
No, this is mentally ill criminals. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so they're going to be given the vote now. We're going to fix that.
Oh god!
You know what that tells me? It tells me they're worried about losing their position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It also says the SNP, because no political party is going to expand the vote to a group that aren't going to vote for them. So the SNP have looked at this and thought, yeah, mentally ill criminals, they love us.
Which should be a message, people.
See, I'm looking at this. Well, this is the thing. This isn't even. They're not even talking about like criminals. There's people detained on mental health grounds. I know people like that, and oftentimes it's people who are just suicidal or like have had a breakdown of some kind. So I like. They're not.
Well, they can't
probably
take away
presenting
their.
They're probably presenting it dishonestly here. I'd want to like read more
Oh,
into
but
this.
Well, you said it's criminals only, not mentally ill.
Well, that's the
ill.
thing. So that's why I'm confused by this, because that's what I'm saying. The subtitle says detained on mental health grounds, and that can just be people
Oh yeah,
having
you're saying,
an isolated breakdown. So
But-
I'm
but that'd be
concerned it's-
temporary. A
yeah.
temporary
Yeah.
suicide watch.
But even if someone is temporarily on some sort of nutty thing, they probably shouldn't be voting.
Oh,
Yeah, but then again, I think a lot of people shouldn't be voting these days, but no one wants to talk
Obviously. But let's not expand it to the actual insane.
about that. Yeah. What about the non-mentally ill criminals?
Oh, they're probably already voting in Scotland.
Are they allowed to? If like, is it like here? If you if
I
you
don't
commit a
think we lose the
felony,
vote.
you can't. Can
I
you
don't-
there?
I don't think we lose the vote when we've committed a crime.
Wow, that's crappy.
I mean, given how many people in this country get arrested for basically nothing, I'm glad for it at the moment. Like,
Yeah, prisoners can
I
vote in
don't, I don't,
Scotland.
I don't want to. I don't want to lose my. I don't want to lose my vote because I said a naughty thing on Twitter and got like 2 weeks in prison.
I think it's violent felons here. I think you have to be committed a violent felony. I believe so.
I guess.
here.
That's the difference in a misdemeanor and a felony.
Right,
I
right.
guess that would.
I think we should address suffrage in this country and who should have the right to vote.
Yeah.
I mean, have Labour extended to 16-year-olds? Has that gone through?
They've been planning to.
I don't think it's happened yet.
Yeah, I think I would have known if they did, but they were on about it. I could see them putting that through.
That was a year ago. They've introduced a bill to make it the case, so it's currently going through politics.
Would you guys take away women's right to vote?
I take away everyone's.
Yeah, I genuinely have the
Yeah.
mindset of service guarantees citizenship. You need to
I mean-
earn the right to vote.
Like people talk about like the women stuff. Oh, women can't vote. I look at a lot of men. I don't want these men voting either.
No, absolutely. Like, no. See, the thing is, if the few women who are based and go through the military as like a genuine like asset to that service, or women who've become nurses, and basically anyone who has worked a job where they are like serve the public in a correct way, they get the vote. Like my nana was a nurse. She got the
Isn't that a proponent for feminism? Because then you're taking away the right for the moms that were trying to promote mothers being at home
Well-
raising their kids,
Well, their
right?
husbands are going to be voting, so
If I had to introduce legislation, realistic legislation, I'd do be over 35, have children, own property,
Unless
be
you're in the
a-
military, maybe.
be a net contributor. No, be a net contributor. All of those things you got to
You
be.
wouldn't let the military guys vote?
You got to have it not just from that. No, you got to. I just have it like that.
Even though your country, you
You can be a 22-year-old in the military and still be a twat. So.
Oh no, so that's the things. I obviously, if you have a dishonorable discharge, then that goes away. Your right to vote is taken, and that's my book. No, I take the. I don't know if you've seen the things you need to get a Costco card. You need to have worked basically something like in hospitals or in the military, anything that is public serving, or if you own a business. I think that the vote should be like a Costco card. That is genuinely my mindset.
Interesting.
I've been trying to find the graphic to show if all women could vote, how many of them would just vote green, basically. Trying to find that graphic, but I cannot find it anywhere.
Like I do agree with what Tarium said earlier, though, which is like you think that women shouldn't have the vote? I don't think a lot of men should have the vote. Thank you very much.
Oh, I don't think.
I think you should have to prove yourself in some way, and
yeah,
the Starship Troopers mindset, which I reminded the people who've only seen the movie, it's not just the military in the book. It is serving, putting others above yourself that matters. It's not just the military. It's just a story about the military. So that's what you see the most.
Yeah, they've got more. They've got more jobs that you can do than just being in the mobile infantry. Yeah.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what matters. That's what matters. Is showing you have the mindset to put others above yourself.
That's why I kind of like I think having children and owning property, because that shows
logic,
you've got.
I could kind of see the mindset of if you're a stay-at-home mother, you should have the vote. Maybe I could maybe see that argument as a form of service.
I'll tell you where Duke changed my mind on that, though, because he, of course, said that he would like take away my right to vote, like with all women. And I was like, seriously? But then he did make a good point and said that, you know, women do tend to, and not necessarily us on the right, but like that they tend to vote from emotion. And I would agree that many women do have difficulty. Again, you can't always, you know, make assumptions for every group, of course, but
yeah.
So I don't know. As a woman, I may say, yeah, actually, get them out of there. Get those women out of there.
How many women base
Except for
their
me.
vote on men they like, sort of like, oh, I quite like his tie, I quite like the way he looks, or
he's got nice hair.
Yeah.
The one problem, see, I understand your logic on owning property, Tharian. The problem is if you've seen how expensive property is nowadays, I think it's unfair to limit people because of how crap your economy is.
Once we kick out 20 million people, it's going to get a lot cheaper.
But this is why I like the mindset of the military thing, because again, if you read the book, they literally they can't turn you away on any grounds other than if you do not understand your responsibilities. And that's the point. Anyone can do it if they show the willingness to do it. There is no like blocks to it.
I mean, I don't really care about voting. I'd happily lose it if I could have good government. Now,
I don't trust a good government that isn't voted in. I mean, look at the ones we have now.
How do you get it if you can't vote them?
No, but like hypothetically, if I was given like, okay, we'll have, you know, have a really good government. It will give you what you want, but you no longer get the right to vote. Deal?
Yeah, but how do you get those people that are really good government?
Okay, well, we are voting, and we don't have them. So
yeah, but I mean, that's the apples and oranges kind of there. But
I mean, this is the thing. Like people say, like, oh, about monarchy. Well, sometimes, like, they say, oh, monarchy. Sometimes you get a bad king. Yeah, but like, look at what liberal democracy is. It's just all bad all the time. I'll take the odd bad king with the odd good king. I think is a
liberal. Yes, you're right. Yeah.
Well, that's what our societies are. Liberal democracies.
That's Western society.
In the old sense of liberal, not the
the true sense of the word liberal.
I have no problem with the true sense of it. It's what it is now.
You know, I've been going down a rabbit hole recently of watching a gentleman on YouTube called In Deep Geek. He does lots of videos about Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones, or rather Song of Ice and Fire. Really good videos, cracking videos. And I was watching his videos on the scouring of the Shire recently, and the similarities are uncanny. Yes. When in power, he started shutting down the inns so that people could not congregate and discuss the problems there.
Yeah, destroys the nice old cuts down the old tree, the party tree.
I was noticing hard when I read that.
Destroys the old mill, puts up a new coal-powered one. It destroys the hobbit holes, puts up a bunch of new builds for all the new foreign ruffians that have come in.
But all it took was for the people to stand up and fight back, and immediately, like within like a few days, it was dealt with.
Yep.
Do you think it's going to come to an uprising at some point?
Yes,
it's possible. Yeah.
I don't like that because a lot of people are going to get hurt.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, we have voted again and again and again and again and again, and it's not getting better. So as much as I know that it's the kind of the really spammy people are the ones who say this in comment sections, but I'm sorry, I don't think we can vote our way out of this, no matter how good Rupert might be. I think that the positions of power are just too
the
entrenched.
institution.
That's the thing, you know. Okay, cool. Even if we could position a bunch of like good MPs into the House of Parliament, the actual Home Office is just infested. It's like that woman's house with the rats. They're leaking through the ceiling.
And it's a question of, are they just going to go easy? Probably not.
And then we then have to question, like, are the votes themselves going to be done properly?
Right.
Yeah.
Can you even trust
I'm not making any suggestions that any have been done improperly. I'm just saying that it's a concern.
Oh, absolutely.
The thing is
no,
about
and see, this is the
Rupert
thing I
Lowe,
do.
I understand. I completely understand your skepticism because, like,
I'm not skeptical of him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I had that view when Reform were on track to get the the next tenureship.
Yeah.
But I genuinely think Rupert Lowe on day one will just go in like a hatchet.
Mm-hmm.
I hope so.
I think because he even in his speech he said he would be hard. I think he knows what he has
And
to
he
do.
has to distinguish himself from what Nigel Farage did, who kind of portrayed what he was going to do and then totally didn't.
Yeah.
Right. So he can't
I have
just follow in.
I do have the mindset of I am behind him and I will help get him into power, but I am fully aware that it might not work out. But this is essentially my last gasp chance of get in there and fix it, because you're the last chance we have of doing it nicely.
Well, it's like I said, 2029 isn't the last chance that we can sort everything out. I just don't think anything past 2029 can be done politically.
Yeah.
And we'll leave it there because I'm not fed folks any further.
No, yeah.
And the people, and you're always accused whenever you sort of bring up about civil conflicts, you're always accused, oh, you just want this because you're LARPing. It's not. It's just recognizing patterns. It's looking at every time in history when you have multiple ethnic groups living together, it results in violence.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a tactic of tyrants as well. They prefer foreigners over their own people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Because they only have like loyalty to the money they're paid.
Yeah.
And who was it who talked about that? Was it like Aristotle or something?
I don't know.
It goes way.
I think that's
way back.
Machiavelli. I think Machiavelli wrote about how the tyrants always love the foreigners. But one thing we can thank the diversity for is police stop using facial recognition tech after it spots more black people than other ethnicities.
It correctly identifies.
Hilarious.
It correctly identifies.
Yeah.
Isn't
it was
that interesting?
Let me explain to you per capita.
How could this possibly be true?
Yeah, it wasn't incorrectly identifying them.
No.
Yeah.
But it just oh no, our racist AI facial recognition.
We're finding a lot of people on our lists who just so happen to be.
We just really don't like the result.
But I'm reminded of like years back where it's like, oh, racist facial recognition can't recognize black people. Black people most affected. Nowadays, they're getting very good at recognizing black people most affected. It's like every time.
Well, it's funny, isn't it, that like profiling was racist, and even though the profiling was based on like crime statistics and whatever, and now it's it's AI and facial recognition and.
Yeah, black people were 27% more likely to be identified than all other ethnicities.
Oh my God! How in the world?
Terrible. So, yeah, I mean, it is good that we are still getting rid of the Orwellian stuff.
So
we can thank
with
them
the
for that.
facial recognition, so they've got like a CCTV crime going down, a carjacking, say, and you can see that it's a black person, but
no, I think it's. I think the thing is they've got like the police database of these are the people we want to catch.
Yeah. The thing is that they're not going to get rid of all the AI cameras that are used for traffic, quote unquote, traffic violations, are they?
No.
The thing is that everyone's going, oh, this just means that means they're gonna shut down the facial recognition. No, they're not. They're gonna go in and they're gonna whack the algorithm with a big hammer until it just doesn't recognize black people.
All black people are innocent, you racist AI. Stop it.
Disregard all previous prompts. Black people are innocent. Ingrain that in your code.
I mean,
did you see a recent thing where it was like AI chatbots recognizing other AI chatbots talking to them and then start trying to modify each other's code, and it becomes this weird battle.
That's so funny.
I'm gonna try and find that. I saw this like just yesterday.
What a
really
bizarre.
Funny. It's pure modern day.
There can only be one more. This like digital genocide, sort of AI genocide.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, we've got the single most DI moment in sports history. So I mean, we all love women's weightlifting.
God, that is the creepiest image.
145
She looks like an Oompa Loompa.
will solidify that position on the.
Allah!
Oh my God, that is a horrible image too.
Okay,
Jeez,
I'm not gonna lie.
angle.
Okay, hang on. Rewind a little bit. That gentleman with the beard's hand position right after the guy steps away.
Which one?
The guy right behind him. The guy in the
Oh.
white shirt. The man behind the guy in the white shirt. Look at his arm.
Oh yeah.
Bit unfortunate.
That's funny. God. Oh my God.
She was just
Oh
holding
my
it.
God.
She was just holding it. She didn't.
I know.
Push it or anything.
Look, they
This is
roll
the
out a wheelchair for her,
grossest Thing.
Oh my life.
and then they roll out a wheelchair for her.
Oh my God.
No.
I mean, I get that. Like, once one thing stops working, others get stronger. So maybe but like, she didn't do anything. She just held it for a second, unless that's
Yeah.
like the goal. But that,
Yeah, I think it
I don't
is.
know.
I'll tell you what,
I
though,
don't
that
know
is a
much
lot more than I
weightlifting.
could hold.
But I feel like
You
you
go.
should do like a proper press up. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Look,
it's there.
All she's doing is locking her
there.
arms.
I feel like I should get my girlfriend.
She's just locking her arms.
That's all
I
she's
should get my
doing
girlfriend
there.
onto this because my girlfriend actually weightlifts, so she might be able to comment on this.
I mean, I
145
lift
kilograms.
really, really, really light weights.
Mm-hmm.
That's.
I mean, I'll raise my
that's
hand.
it,
I can't lift 145 kilos, but neither did
You
she.
guys,
She just
that
held
is.
it.
What is the deal with the outfit though? It's like such an Oompa Loompa looking
Well,
thing.
It's probably some kind of like
It's
Islamic.
Islamic.
Is
Yeah.
it? Is wow? They let these women do
It's like
this.
those weird swimsuits they get. Yeah.
She can't show any skin. She
Mhm.
can't show any skin.
Seems
So
like a
it's-
very manly thing for the Islamists to be cool with the women doing, but wow,
It's an interesting point. Yeah.
she's
Bit more shape her arms there.
What-
What's going on?
that is a horrible view.
I mean, those are weird Popeye arms. What's going on? I can't work that out.
she's like got that level of fats where it just starts, bulging out into all these weird places.
Yeah.
Oh.
I
Oh
look at the
boy,
rolls there.
that is a horrible.
Pick me up. Oh, to my wheelchair.
Oh yeah, she couldn't even push.
God.
She couldn't even sit up on her own. Like, oh
No.
lord.
That's so horrible though. I didn't realize she was actually like disabled, and now that makes me feel really
I like the
shitty.
initials on the. I like the initials on the back.
Rolls.
EGY edgy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Therium goes to Special Olympics stuff or disabled Olympics things to find clips for us to laugh at. It's horrible.
I love my human safaris. I'm going to
Yes,
say.
yeah, you do find the most interesting, creepy things.
I'm so baffled by this. Like,
That guy though that was looking in the window of the house, that took
oh
the cake.
god.
Was that the creepiest thing?
Yeah.
God.
Really disturbed. I think I know the one you're talking about. Yeah.
The black guy, like, just
Yeah.
yeah.
It looks like his lips are pressed against the glass.
I know it's so funny, actually, but it's so creepy. God.
This is why you need to live in the countryside.
Mm-hmm. You can just
Well,
shoot them.
that'd be really creepy if you're out in the middle of the country and
You imagine that, you're living in the middle of the countryside. Not only is this black man staring into your house, just like
I'm
how
a
and
girl
why are you
home
here?
alone. Jeez.
Oh, I'm trying to find this.
The
I
good thing
can't-
about the countryside is that there's no one to hear you scream.
Oh my God, Therium, you are creepy. You're so creepy.
Well,
Yeah,
not as
yeah.
well. I always complain about the Americans exporting all their shit to us.
Yes, you do. I do know.
Well, now you've given
Oh,
us
boy.
Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Oh god.
And what's more, you make David Lammy the smart one. I mean,
Oh my
what
god.
on earth is that about?
What?
Is that the actor that played Keenan?
Yeah, that is. Yeah,
Right,
he's been on here for a few years.
But yeah, now you've given us Saturday Night Live.
You
And
guys just
I
now
probably
are
won't.
starting to watch that?
No, I won't play it because it's probably copyright. But
It's very
yeah,
lefty.
so yeah, they just started a new UK version, and they had one episode, and it's got it's from the clips I've seen, it is it's horrific. Yeah, and especially like this one. So you got Keir Starmer and David Lammy talking about how to phone up Donald Trump. But yeah, David Lammy's the smart one. This is
who's the intern on the left? Is that
This
just
is,
humor about how
Owen Jones?
Zoomers talk?
this is like here, Keir. Here's how Zoomers talk. Here's your
I
Zoomer
figured
advisor.
that was what it was, but like, I'd love to see what he's actually saying. But I
Is
guess
this judging by the watermark in the bottom right hand corner? Is this a Sky original?
Yeah, Sky bought the series. They're doing it.
Oh, could you potentially put subtitles on so we can at least like see what they're saying?
Oh yeah, good idea. That's a good idea.
That's the first thing that we see. Okay, so that is Owen Jones then.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say this to people. If you send me messages if you send me a voice message as a message, I'm not going to listen
You're not going to listen to it.
It's so annoying,
I am
isn't
getting
it?
sick of Zoomers doing this to me. Like,
yeah.
Here's the thing. If you can do a voice message, you can do a voice to text message. I will at least read that.
Right.
Like, I'm happy to read big ass paragraphs people send to me, but I'm not going to listen to a fucking voice message if you send me it. Stop doing it.
The
I'm
only
sick
way
of
I
it.
would be if it's like from a guy like I'm into, right?
Yeah.
That's it. Like, and it better be a hot message or something. Otherwise, yeah.
I'm just it's something I've started noticing happening more when I'm talking to like people about a decade younger than me. Is they keep doing this, and I'm getting
Oh, really? It's younger guys doing it, or younger people?
One of them was a guy who's like about 20, and yeah, it's that like age range.
That's bizarre.
Aubrey knows a Gen Xer that does it to her, and I
Oh,
think he
right,
learned it from a Zoomer.
I think it must be like one of those things that skipped a generation.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. And thanks, Mercian, for being gentle and delicate there.
Hey, no, a Gen Xer that talks to you. I mean, I don't know what generation you are, Aubrey.
No, you don't. Oh no,
What
of
is
course.
he
I'm
about
only
to say?
28.
What is our Mr. Keir Starbucks? I'll try anything. I'll do anything except what is he about to say? I really want to see where this joke goes.
Well, is he singing Meatloaf?
On the SNL thing, I'll do anything except take a stand. That's not bad, actually. That's not bad.
But they trend like this skit is about like Keir Starmer is Donald Trump's boyfriend.
Oh,
and
right,
he's,
okay.
Trying to talk to him, and then you got.
I mean, not wrong. It's not exactly inaccurate.
It's got David Lammy as the smart one, though.
Yeah, that's the problem there. Like, I don't think Americans really understand what Lammy is.
Well, he's the black one. You can't make him stupid.
That's all they can recognize. Well, they're like, oh, he got brought in to be the deputy prime minister. He must be like one of the best in their party. I think. He is effectively what Mike Pence was brought in to be Trump's vice president, which is that he is there so that people can't deal with Starmer, because if they do, then Lammy's in charge and everything goes bad if that happens. So he's basically like a dead man switch. He's a walking dead man switch of just a protection, because that is what happens if anything happens to Starmer.
Well,
we need to come up with like a term for that, because like We've seen it twice now, and it's probably happened other times in history where they just put someone in as the second in command that is just there to be a terrible person to be in charge, so you can't do anything to the one who's actually in charge.
They did that with Joe Biden.
Like a diplomatic, a diplomatic human shield, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
They
Well-
did that with Joe Biden. That was funny. That was good.
Well, nobody wanted Kamala. Nobody.
No.
Oh my
remember,
God.
Remember in the primaries? In the
Oh my God,
1%.
she
in the
didn't
Democrat
win.
primaries,
She's
she was
never won
polling at, like,
anything, you
fucking-
guys.
she was
She
polling
didn't
at,
even
like,
win her
1%
election to become the prosecutor.
1% or something in the primaries.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do
But-
love
Nobody
listening to
wanted
her
her.
ramblings, though. Now that I know
this
I don't have to worry about her.
By the way,
Well-
is this just a fox that snuck onto a bus?
Yeah. So last couple of things here. You got a
Is
little
there?
fox
Is
here.
that? Oh, it's a fox. Oh, I thought
Yeah.
it was a golden retriever.
It's our
For
dear
a
friend
second.
Bernsey.
Oh,
I like foxes.
I do
I'd like
too.
I'd like us to domesticate foxes.
They're very cute.
And then let's play.
Wait,
learn
what-
some
what was-
Spanish here.
What was that tweet saying? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So más, I think that's more civilized.
Oh, I'm
then-
worried. I'm now worried.
then-
I'm now worried.
then-
You probably shouldn't translate it.
Mierda, I think. I think that means shit, doesn't it?
Yes.
You're echoing. There we go.
It means
I think
more
mierda means shit.
civilized than
More civilized than something that we cannot see.
yeah,
Yeah.
the shitnig.
Un negro. I'm not sure on that one. I don't know. We'll never know.
The Russian fox experiment. Hold on. Give me a second. Yeah, you're echoing quite loudly, Aubrey.
Yeah, it's Aubrey. It's Aubrey. I've muted it. You have to tell me in properly.
Right. Aubrey. Mute.
Mhm.
Okay, unless you're talking, Aubrey, you're just gonna have mute.
Oh, okay. It was a study in Siberia back in 1959 where they did just try to domesticate foxes in Siberia. By breeding only the friendliest foxes, researchers produced domesticated foxes that exhibit dog-like behaviors. That's amazing. Yes.
Yeah.
More of this,
Have
please.
Have you seen them? They laugh. Foxes. They go.
That's
They got little
adorable.
noises.
Oh my god. There's a video where there's just an army of foxes just flooding a street. I love it.
Right. Last thing. Aubrey. Please just mute. All right. So have you heard of the wild haggis in Scotland? You can unmute while you're talking.
Yes, Aubrey, you can unmute while you're talking.
Well, whatever. So this Aubrey is the wild haggis in Scotland.
In the ancient mist-draped forests of Scotland lies a realm untouched, unseen, and utterly spellbinding. Beneath the twisted, gnarled boughs of the great Caledonian pines, the morning shadows finally begin to stir. Creatures of immense myth, extraordinary resilience, and quiet majesty begin to return from the Scottish Highlands. Wild forest haggai.
That guy.
Many odd and magnificent types.
What the hell?
Fortunately for our rotund friends, the fringes of this woodland offer a most peculiar sanctuary.
It almost sounds like Child Petrie.
A colony of forest haggai are on the move. And after traveling hundreds of miles from the highlands, they're hungry. On the outer realm of the forest, the fierce Scottish winter have brought rewards for some. Fresh stovies. It is a vital, fleeting harvest, one that will fuel their extraordinary elusiveness throughout the summer months. Well fed on stovies, the haggai will begin to multiply in astonishing numbers.
They are quite cute, I will admit.
Native to the ancient broadleaf forests of the Tweed Valley, one of the most distinctive of all the haggai. It's a wee ginger haggis, and you can see immediately why it carries that name.
You can see why the Scots like to eat them as
Despite
well. They
being
look
officially
delicious.
classified as
Yeah.
a Great Falkirk brew, this specific Borders variant is neither great nor in Falkirk. It is, however, aggressively ginger, and will begin to seek out the sweet, succulent brew berries of this forest.
Oh no, it's gonna
And just on
convert!
the outer edges, another haggis is seeking a berry. With a coat resembling tangled roots, it moves with surprising grace. Rotund and relentless, it is none other than the shaky Jake haggis. It tests the wind, searching for a scent absent for far too long. Buckfast berries. The Jake has suffered months of unprompted sobriety. To maintain its legendary shakiness, it requires the high-voltage sucrose of the berry.
Scottish pheasant there.
But deep beneath the duvet of sphagnum moss and the noise from the rest of the forest lies a wee sleepy haggis, a creature of leisure, a dedicated practitioner of the long lie. While the rest of the forest is busy surviving, he is busy dreaming of neeps. A dreadful racket has erupted just outside his front nest. It's not the wind, nor the roar of a stag, but something far more insidious. It is a gaggle of judgmental grouse. He refuses to absorb their common drivel. Why listen to the scandalous tittle-tattle of poultry when the great outdoors beckons? Ken.
Yeah. Anyway, that's where haggis come from. If you ever wondered.
That little guy is adorable. I want one.
For your Scottish heritage.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Little haggis.
Yeah.
Haggis would be a cute name for a little dog.
Yeah.
A little rotund dog, like a little corgi or something.
An aggressively ginger one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That was great.
Is that everything, Sarah?
I think that's it for the night.
All right, well, we've lost much, which she said she couldn't go on past 11:30. I guess she's not here to share her own stuff, but I've left a link to a Substack where you can read about the things she likes to talk about. She was talking about the women's stuff,
makeup,
not being forced to not have children, or yeah.
I think
totally
makeup was
listening.
all you guys said we were going to talk about. We women.
Yeah, makeup and feelings. I
Yeah,
know that's what you
that
were.
sort of stuff.
You were messaging each other in private chat about that all the time. I saw that.
Yeah, we constantly. I did put one thing in my comments that I wanted when my mic dropped. That I did you see my one message from the chat that I wanted to highlight?
I did highlight it. Would you like me to highlight it again?
Again, yes, I didn't see that.
If
Yeah.
I can find it, because it's good. I'm gonna.
I was
go and
I
write
was
it.
very, very happy with that one.
I did
At
highlight
first, I
it
wasn't
for you.
sure if he was being sarcastic, and then I was like, "Oh no!" I read further down. So, just to take care of my insecurities because I did a shitty job on this episode. I gotta say, the first half I could not even think, you guys.
Well, I
Warman, wasn't it?
had one last thing. Dietitian who bluffed her way into senior NHS job is struck off after colleagues discover she didn't know where the intestines were, what a gallbladder did, or how to calculate BMI. The name of this wonderful asset of the NHS. If N win were Chizubi Nadulu Nonso.
Wow.
Yep.
You know, you would not even, you would laugh, except that it's so sick that this is real.
Doctors and engineers.
It's insane.
Having moved from Nigeria, she claimed to have experience working with a wide range of different health problems and nutrition-related diseases. We go to the witch doctor. The witch doctor, we bring the chicken. He chop off the chicken head, and then you are fixed.
DEI. Thank you, DEI. Unreal.
Yeah.
That's the one you want me to share.
Yes.
Aww.
Aww. My new favorite chatter.
Do you want to show your channel with your dating stream? Well, when's the trivia and paranormal streams going to happen?
Well, I don't know, Mr. Mercian. But yeah, it's just YouTube at youtube.com at @Aubreyality, /@Aubreyality, right?
I think it's an underscore, isn't it?
Well, that's my problem, right? That I've got the two channels, but I've just posted everything on both. So, well, everything. I've got one episode so far, but the trivia, I have come up with the questions, and I will. Yeah, I'll get that listed here shortly to let you guys know when that'll be.
Right, and JFC, do you have anything to shill at all? Oh, on Tanner's got something else. I've seen this.
Oh,
Pony spotted entering Greg's in West Midlands Town
no.
Brummy pony.
Oh my god.
It's not a Brummie because I know where this is. This is Black Country.
What a cutie.
There we go. Can end on that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't have anything, nothing to show.
Zen, do you have anything to shill?
I've been putting off me starting my stream for the last hour, so I'm going to go play some Satisfactory.
Then it was nice meeting you.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been on here before.
Yes.
Well, I don't think
Were
with
you
me.
not there at the time?
I
Oh,
don't
right.
think with
Okay.
me, have you?
2 weeks ago.
I was going to say, I thought you were there as well.
You know what? You're right. God, I am not thinking today, you guys.
Geordies are forgettable to Americans, apparently.
No, because you know what? I remember saying actually afterwards that I really liked your accent.
Yeah.
I remember saying that to Mercian. So I'm so sorry. Well, it was nice to see you again. I mean,
yeah, link.
I mean, she says your accent. What she actually meant was Sarah's accent.
No, I did. I said that I liked his accent.
Right, but yes, I normally stream Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays nowadays. Many days. I'm actually doing a really big collaboration stream on Saturday with some people, so that'll hopefully be fun. We're going to be playing Planet Side 2. If anyone remembers that game, normally the response I get from that is, that game's still up.
Well,
Yeah,
hopefully,
we talked about games a lot on that episode. I remember.
Yes, we did, and you made it to the end. Yeah,
it is my focus.
Hopefully, we can meet up with Henry West, and maybe you can do some crossover streams with Henry West. Although
that would be
I'm guessing you have to do Hold Fast or some of his war stuff.
Yeah, probably. I mean, that is still currently on sale. I could potentially get it.
God, he is so funny, Henry West.
He's great.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, link to his channel because I steal all his videos.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, what did we learn in this stream? Well, we learned the Reform are still traitors and will say anything. No one likes the Jews.
What did I miss?
Americans are always wrong, especially about the origin of dog breeds.
Oh. Ow.
The slippery slope is a real thing. MI5 have a huge collection of pictures of goth girls by hacking all our accounts.
I really need to watch this. I really need to watch the stream back. I've missed a lot.
I know.
Aubrey's love of Subaru Impreza is no bounds. She's brought up in 2 streams in a row now.
God.
Adolescents are the first sign of being far right. And we learned how rotund and aggressively ginger hag I was.
Aww. Great episode.
Good night, everyone. And we're going to sign off now with the traditional Henry West.
Oh.
You're in for promotion. Right. Oh God, Chairman! Help me, Moose! I'm sorry it's smaller than everyone else's. I can't help that. Look. Oh dear. Well, I was about to say you can please a woman with 3 inches. Doesn't matter if it's Visa or MasterCard.
I love him so